Morning. Morning, H-Rod Ken. That's probably the right choice. This really is the headline match of the day. Hey, for vibe, morning. Yeah, for nose, we'll give a bracket up while we wait to lock in. We got 3 games today. Uno, dos, tres. Spanish for 1, 2, 3. Morning, eggs. So actually, should be a good day of games, I think. Morning, Salem. So yeah, I think good day of games lined up all round. I think once again, sweep. Yeah, I mean, this is the headline game, I think, of the whole, once again, Hayjuk fan. I think my expectation is we don't just see this here. If you have bracket final, we'll see it for the grand final tomorrow. I won't be here for the grand final tomorrow because I'm traveling to Stockholm. But I'm sure it'll be good. Oh, that's rough, eggs. Right. How far through are you now? You're on our gotta be most of the way there now then. Yeah, but then Team CC also finished like here as well, right? They went out of the lower bracket quarters. I don't know. It feels like to me what is happening is there is a good night, eggs. Thank you, Badder, as well for the 8 months. What it feels like is happening as well is we are seeing the meta we're going to see at Stockholm evolve in China, right? Once again, in Hayjuk Dan have been playing most of the Malga. And I think that's what we're going to see an increasing amount of at Stockholm. And it feels like the Chinese team's now catching up a little bit towards that. Why is it so cold in the UK? I don't know. It snowed the other night here. It's not snowed since, but there's still some residual snow like on rooftops and stuff. So I'm hoping it holds off just for a little bit, you know? Just until I can get to and from Stockholm. Yeah, Stockholm is on the patch before, but it's still amalgameta. Still amalgameta. Not every team, not every map, but a lot of it. A lot of it. Pretty surprised that MC didn't play his tournament. He's on Twisted Minds, and he hates China, remember, Overshake? He forgot to factor in how much he hates China. A few days ago, he wrote he loves China. Color me suspicious. Color me suspicious. What? He's playing both sides. Well, he's playing both sides, so he can always come out on top, you see. Oh, that's too hot. That's too hot. There we go. I think Hunter's tweet explains it. Oh, all right. So the plan for the day is we're gonna watch these 3 games. Hopefully, have a good time. The engineer's coming back to replace a part of my boiler, so then I'll have a working boiler all the time. That'll be nice. I've got to talk to Kellex from Ents for my final interview. I've got to post a bunch of the interviews today, and the remaining interviews will be posted on Thursday. Yeah, it must be said that we've missed out on Twisted Minds. Our minds are untwisted. They remain on the straight and narrow. Because Quartz was meant to come, but then he was packing, and he forgot, and then he was on a plane, and now they're just gone, you know? They're just gone. We're on the way to Stockholm already. So we'll be without a Twisted Minds interview, but we got the other 7. Seemed, you know, it's a bit of a shame, but I think we got, honestly, the most important teams. Yeah, every team except TM. Because Quartz is a forgetful fella, unfortunately. It was like the way it worked. Wait, what happened yesterday was I was meant to speak to Quartz at 4:30 my time, but I'm messaging Quartz, no response. And then I've got back-to-back interviews booked like an hour later with Kasaurus and Moon. I'll also answer your question, Jake. And then during those two interviews, like I got a message from Quartz saying, "Yo, I'm free now," and I was like, "Well, I'm in these other interviews," so I messaged him afterwards, like as soon as I was done with the Moon one, I was like, "I'm free now," but he'd already left for like the airport and stuff, you know, so kind of cooked.
Flight, we're wondering why you haven't fired primary boosters yet. All systems appear optimal.
I just need a minute. It is so hard to
TVNT can do it. TVNT doesn't want to. I mean, reality is, Team have a bunch of players
I understand.
can do the interview, you know, but UV says his English isn't good enough, which, I mean, his English is good enough, but I think if the Koreans do this a lot as well, where their English is actually fine.
Next stop.
Like, you could have a conversation with them in English, but they're not very confident doing it on camera, like doing like a filmed interview in English. I think UV's the same. And TVNT said he didn't want to either, and yeah.
Control?
Yeah, I asked Moon about Knife on Crazy Raccoon. It was I had like the Moon interview. I think it's interesting, but it's also because Pavan, if people know Pavan, he also is a coach on the team. He was translating for us, but he's not really a translator. So I kind of had to write the questions I wanted ahead of time, so Pavan could translate them ahead of time. So then when I'm talking to Moon, it's really hard to have like a proper conversation, you know? It's just like, I ask this question, I get the answer. So I asked him about Knife and I got the answer. I don't know if it clarifies everything massively, but essentially he said they signed Knife for a short-term contract. They decided not to keep going with it. They still really like Knife, and Moon said he's a player he'd like to work with again. But then later in the interview, Moon did also say, "Oh, I wish we had a second flex DPS." So, I don't know. Something's lost in translation here. Something is lost in translation. I don't know exactly what, and I couldn't get to the bottom of it. But,
I am definitely.
yeah. So, essentially, he was just on a short-term contract, and they felt they didn't need him.
Why did I think I could do this?
Juno.
Like, I think when you see what Crazy Raccoon are playing, it's,
For this kind of thing your whole life.
it'll be obvious. It actually feel really fine. Like, from what I've seen of Crazy Raccoon, I don't think any of this double flex yes, it's actually going to cause them that much of a problem.
All right.
Which Chinese players have impressed me so?
All the tools
Let me think.
I need.
I mean, obviously, once again, look good right now doesn't feel like it counts. You know, everyone expects them to look good. As we look through some of these other teams, I feel like actually a lot, like, the fact that, honestly, Jinmu and Jimmy are, in theory, known talent, but I feel like they've actually been really hard carriers. In terms of non-known names, maybe we have to go a little bit deep. Let me jog my...
Hear that? We're all so proud of you.
I think V has actually looked pretty good for the most part, to be fair, right?
Happy life on Earth.
His Anna looks really good, even though we only see little bits of Anna, but his Anna looks pretty good.
I love you.
Other than that, I don't know if there's really been any standouts who don't just sit on, like, the Stabberstone. Billideng was good, actually, to be fair. Billideng was actually one of the most impressive tanks I've seen. I think just huge weight. I feel like Kaneki did pretty well. The Dia one was interesting, right? Because I feel like Dia did do well with the earlier games. And then we just didn't see Dia play, right? Because they played Pineapple instead of Dia the entire time. So I don't know if it's because... I think what happened to Team CC yesterday is they didn't play Dia because they changed their comps to change with the meta, right? They were like, oh, it's Amalgamated, we've got to change this. But I think the problem is... I mean, it's one of those things where it's like...
And my name?
If you look on Reddit, because I've been reading some of Reddit, right? And Reddit are not happy about the Amalgameta. But, the thing is, if you just start playing Malga, right, and you're like, easy comp, bro, just go in. If you start playing Malga and you're not experienced on it, you actually just feed your brains out on Malga. Like, everyone says Malga's an easy hero, and it kind of is, right? There's, like, elements of, like, there's not a huge spectrum or stuff. But in terms of how disciplined you need to play, how you need to manage your HP, it's actually massively different, right? And I think you'll see it 100% at Stockholm. We'll see instances where one Mauga just feeds their brains out, just gets caught, too aggressive, feeds all their HP before the fight, anything like this. Yeah, the thing is as well, like, there's a bit of me that really, how is Xerneas? Oh, sorry, I missed your question, Sona. How is Xerneas look fitting in? Yeah, he's fitting fine. I don't think once again have really been challenged yet. Maybe today is the first day they'll be properly challenged. Stockholm starts on Friday. I'm flying on Thursday, but the event, like the tournament, starts on Friday. Yeah, like, I don't have a problem with her being Amalgameta. I think it's one of these things where people say, like, there's nothing exciting. It's like, isn't there, though? He runs in and stomps on people. Is that not kind of fucking exciting? No? Like, at Dallas, when it was for Amalgameta, right? But it was like an aggressive Amalgameta, like Mauga and Genji. Was that not a really entertaining Mauga comp? Like, I don't really, even when it was played in the mirror, you know? It's like, it felt really entertaining to me. And it does mean there's going to be maybe less individual pop-offs, right? In terms of, like, my Widow is carrying the game. But in reality, maybe it's just me. I guess there is an element. These things are subjective, right? But watching the big ult combos and the macro play, is that not still exciting, right? When somebody hits the fucking combo, it's exciting, right? Like if somebody hits the Cage Blossom or whatever, and it's like actually fucking, you know, 4K, cool stuff happen. And it's exciting the other way, right? It's like, oh, this team only has one ult, this team has 4 ults, they gotta do something crazy. Oh, they do something crazy. Somehow, some way, they didn't keep track of the barrage, the blossom, or whatever it is, you know? Like, I feel like there might not be the same, like, I saw a cool shot, right? I saw a cool flick shot, or a cool whatever, a cool pulse stick. But there's still loads of moments that are really high-tension moments. And I feel like, really? Tension is the most exciting bit of any esport, any game, any real life sport, any movie you watch. Tension, right? And I feel like when people start trading ults, one ray goes, another ray goes, one rally starts, another rally starts, both blossoms are about to hit. There's an element of tension to that, you know, like what's gonna fucking happen. Don't quite know how it's gonna go, and then you see it. Yeah, I feel like Mauga's just got like a bad reputation, and then it's just stuck. I think Reaper's a bit boring. I don't know. I feel like it's a while since we've seen a lot of a Reaper, you know? Like, in this tournament, we've been watching MN3 play a lot of Reaper, right? And MN3 has just been Mr. TP. I'm going in, I'm getting on the back line. It's kind of exciting, you know? Like, he's going in, he's getting himself in one-on-ones, and he can be a bit of a raid boss, you know? Yeah, you know what I think? You want my real hot take on it, right? Because I'm going to use a football example here. This is my go-to, right? If you go on football Twitter or football Reddit, you will see a lot of people complaining about, this is shit, that shit, this team is shit, this team is blah, 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 right? But what you also get, or to be fair on football Twitter, it's also loads of player ratings, right? Like, this player's the GOAT, this player's the GOAT, this player's wank, nah, this player's so much better. Cole Palmer's better than Bukayo Saka. No way, bro, Bukayo Saka's way better than Cole Palmer. And then they'll all post highlight clips of their respective players to prove their point. But if you actually talk to most football fans, I don't think they watch lots of football, right? They don't watch a lot of football. What they watch, if they watch like the highlight videos, they'll maybe watch like one game a week if that of their team. Maybe they'll watch match of the day, right? They're mainly interested in the highlights. They're not like a hardcore fan. Like if you're a hardcore football fan, I feel like you probably find yourself watching a lot more like analysis videos. And I don't mean like fucking Micah Richards waffling on fucking match of the day about whatever clips he's bought. I mean like one of the better analysts. Like, Jamie Carragher is very good. But I feel like the same is Overwatch, right? I feel like, yeah, same, bruv. People love a player ranking thing. And they also want it to be black and white. Like, in terms of this player is 100% better than this player and all this. And I feel like, actually, if you like Overwatch, like, if you're just saying, I want to see cool shots all the time, and the game you watch is Overwatch, you're actually an idiot then. If you just want to see high-level aiming, high-tension moments where it's all about hitting important shots as quickly as possible, then you want to watch Counter-Strike or Valorant. Because, I mean, maybe people should tell them about Counter-Strike or Valorant, because if that's all they're interested in, that's exactly what they're going to get the entire time, you know? They're going to get so much of that. Whereas, is there a single meta in Overwatch, even if we're playing what Reddit would term honest Overwatch of Tracer, Widow, Winston? Is it not still a lot about the ultimates, you know? Like, oh, we've got Nano, we've got Primal here, we can now be really aggressive, all of this, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's the same as, like, it's the same with League of Legends, right? Like, when League of Legends, you get the laning phase. I don't watch a lot of League, so maybe someone can, like, fill me in with the details. But generally, when I've watched bits of League of Legends or Dota, you get the laning phase, and there's a bit of dueling, a bit of, like, can they snipe this and all of this, and they're building their items. And then we eventually get to a team fight, right? And during the team fight, stuff fucking happens. So much shit happens on the screen, right? And you can't always see all of it. I think you're lying if you can. Same in Overwatch, right? If you say you can see all of it, you're lying. But people enjoy that, right? People enjoy that because it's like all the ultimates are being used, all the abilities are being thrown in, and there's like a breaking point at some point. Like, this ultimate hits really hard, or this ability has stunned this guy, or whatever it is, you know? And that's the exciting moment of League, of like, oh, I can't believe it hit that, you know? Or I can't believe he's escaped. All of this. Yeah, exactly, Hykem. It's like, you don't need to see exactly what's happening to know it was cool, you know? And I think this is true in loads of games, right? There's levels to watch it, right? You can watch football at home and just kind of follow the ball, enjoy the entertainment, be excited when a goal scored. Same with American football, right? You can just watch. You can just watch them. Go for the throw. Do they get the ball? Do they run the ball very far? If they do, cool, I'm excited. Cheer. Yeah, like Amalgameta. But also, you know what you can do if you want to watch NFL? How, like, if you're a pro player or a pro analyst, a lot more of what you focus on is the offensive line, which isn't... Oh, good shout, Fargon. Which isn't very exciting to watch, the offensive line, you know? It's not very exciting to watch, but it's really informative of what's about to happen with the ball, right? Same as football. The most important thing to watch in football most of the time is not the ball, but watch where the space is, watch the pressing systems. And I understand that that's not actually for most people. That's like quite a niche thing. Right, 30-second preds, go. So I understand that, right? But I don't know. But I think like it's one of those, if you're a real Overwatch fan, this is what Overwatch is always like. There's always big ultimate trades. There's always these things, right? You remember that, yeah, the Winston Reaper Sojourn meta, was that better just because it had a Sojourn and a Winston, even though essentially it played like a full comp? I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Anyway, we can continue this rant between maps. But Hey Dan, once again, this is the big one. Upper bracket final. It is Mauga v Mauga, Reaper Sombra versus Reaper Cass here. So, Sombra in theory, we've seen Zest develop his playstyle from more of a flank-heavy Sombra into more of a frontline Sombra, especially if we beat the Mauga mirror here. But it's going to be Mag who just gets run over first. That's going to be an easy first fight for once again. Rotating towards point, we're getting that tap going. But look at the ult charge, because while the Sombra is often seen as not the strongest in the neutral, doesn't have the same raw firepower as a lot of the other heroes we see in terms of like the Reaper and the Echo and the sorts, it does have a very fast charging ultimate because it can't miss a shot, and a very powerful ultimate. And that EMP might come into play in this first fight here. Monk is racing towards a Ray to combat that. but needs to get it up. Look at Zest. Gonna move in. MN3. TP in behind, actually. We see MN3 doing this a lot. He's not a frontline Reaper. He likes to get behind. He likes to flank. He's been forced out now, though. But can he find a timing with Zest? Just playing this off angle, but the raid push comes in from Monk. They're just going to run over Mag before this happens. The DPS from Ajax and they were trying to set up. They were trying to find a play. But during all of that, once again, they build their raid. They just walk forward. And I think Hajek Dan maybe would have much rather seen Zest stick more to that front. Stick to that front line. Just get that EMP and then use that in the trade. High noon drop comes in. Catches! Oh my god, a catch is skewed. What an open pick from Leave, and this is just going to put this push over before it even starts. And once again, in complete control of this opening series. Usually we're going to come clear up some of those remaining kills as well. Is the Sombra proven viable? For Hajek Dan, it's worked. Obviously, it's helped Gibbs in this stage. I think we've seen some people testing it in scrims, but I think it's like an option for some teams, but it's far from hard meta. Now he does have this EMP, though, Zest. Will cloak himself up. Ooh, but Musaw is open. MN3 again TPing. Might have his Wraith force. Yeah, there goes the Wraith. Cage comes in. Can be EMP the Cage. They do EMP the Cage. Now they get out of it, and Gushway is going to run away. They drop the Ray into that here, so they disengage. Disengage from the Ray. Disengage from it. But MN3, he is on the hunt for Blossom Lands. The EMP cancels out the Cage. The Ray comes forward. Once again, they try and disengage, but MN3 gets a Big Blizzard. Big Blossom wants to make sure they don't escape. Works out pretty reasonably well. Was a 4-ult fight, but now once again, power swings over to them. Only a rally to hold this point with Opener, so he's got to try and hold it for that Blossom from Shy. If he bashes too early, the doors will open, and she's going in. Opener is in there. Now the door is open for Shy, I think. I don't think he has the bash anymore. Looking forward, Opener's going to die for that one as well, and Shy's going to drop it to hat for them. Really don't know about that decision from Opener there. He just went in with that. God damn, he went in with that. Normally, if you're playing the Brig with Rally up against Blossom, you just sort of want to rally, take the fight, and just hold it, you know? Maybe there was an element of Hajek Dan. They thought, look, we can't win a long fight. They've got more ultimates. Not only do they have the Rally and Blossom now, but they've got even more ultimates coming up, right? Their Ray's going to charge up sooner than ours. Their Cage is going to charge up sooner than ours. We just have to win the fight in, like, one frame. So, we bash in. We're just looking for the one shot. This is the EMP cancel on the Cage. You can see it only hatches for Cage, though, but does Mag miss his Cage? I think that's the real problem, right? What's the hard meta? I think the most common comp we'll see would be the Juno, Brig, Malga, Reaper, Echo. That'll be the most common, but it won't be the only comp we see. Alright, now it's going to be Orisa coming out from, once again, Ash and Echo, so a much more pokey composition, but look at Zest, he's trying to get in behind, trying to combine, but Gushway is marking this side. Gushway wants to get rid of him. Deflect good on the spear here. Forces Gushway back. And you can see they've been corralled back into this choke. So Hajek Dan, they own the map. They control the space here. Once again, they need to find a timing out of here. Shy and Leave are going to swing the opposite side, try and poke him out. Now MN3 is getting forced back. Oh, is he off the map? He's going to TP. No, just TP in time. Oh, disaster for him. Now they're pushed all the way back.
Sparkling heart. Sparkling heart. Sparkling heart.
Sparkling heart. Thank you for the 9 months, Space Jazz. Appreciate it. Endorsement level 5 now. And Hajek Dan, they got all the space, they got control of the map, but when that DPS swing came out from the far side from once again, they were just forced all the way back. And MN3 is going to get caught by that boop, and now we see a Tracer Ash swap coming in. So now with the Ana and Ash on the field from once again, Hajek Dan, they want to use Zest and Mag a little bit more as a diving duo, really. But now though, Zest is behind, but he has been forced away. And this allows Shy to keep this powerful position on the high ground. We're going to try and get rid of it. Mag will catch a nade on the way through, but I think he'll be okay. Now Zest taking the attention of 3 people behind. They're trying to turn it onto Gushway, but Gushway has the Terror Surge to keep himself alive at least for now. Still getting forced back though, and MN3 swinging onto point while this all happens. And you can see once again they're trying to deal with the Tracer behind, but Zest plays it smartly. Just taking attention, but Nano Boost to turn back here, and MN3 is stranded on the point, but he can't find the shot. Shy got the Nano Boost, scared everyone away for a second, but MN3 just takes the duel. Bit of help from his team, takes him down. Now Shy is coming back with the Bob. Bob very good for forcing the objective here. We're also going to have a Ray and a copy to throw into this. But Hajek down, they have ults to match. They've got a Bob soon, they've got a Ray, they've got a Rally. They can take this fight directly into once again here. Once again, have to play this one quite slow, play their DPS. It's going to be a Ray now to keep Mag up. Now the copy Juno comes in from Leaf. Don't know about that one, but Bob did kill Skewed though. So it's one support for one support as Opener dropped this Rally in. But once again, they're staying in the Ray. Bob's even capped for him. Opener's going to die. And it's just a Ray gap, really. Did he Ray Jax? I'm not sure. Maybe that's a false call. It didn't feel like... I know he didn't Ray Jax. I'm lying. It was just, once again, just did a better job of staying in the Ray. I'm lying. I'll never lie to you again, chat. Coming back now, Bob and Cage coming up for this retake here. Gushway, a little bit behind on his own ult, but Terror Surge pretty good to help Irisa live in that cage once Mag gets it, but still quite far away. Early Bob to start forcing the point, and once again, they'll concede the space. They're just trying to shoot Bob, deny him the flip. They do deny the flip. They kill that Bob. Now MN3's going to move over to that angle on point. Dink onto Shy, forces him back. But Leave, look at Leave's flank. MN3's going to find out the hard way. Goes into him. Will be forced out. Leave is still flanking. Opener and Skew should know about this, though. He's going for the play. Full sticks onto him, though. Leave gets his one. But now the cage, it catches the Orisa. It catches the Brig. The cage should finish the job here. They've got the cap balances going on as well. Eyes on Leave. And only gets his one. Skew seems to be having a bit of a rough time of it, actually. Ray Valley not where it is. Few times getting caught, picked on village, picked here. Now they're holding, they're in control. Zest has the pulse bomb hiding close. Looking for that echo, misses it though. Now have to play his life, has to get out of there. Both DPS looking at Zest, but he'll get a pack from Opener to be okay. But when it's happened, Shy's taking MN3's head off. Now Terror Surge available as well. No ult for Hajek down, and MN3 is coming back on Widow. We've had to concede the flip. They're playing it slow for their ultimates, but they're quite far away from most things Hajek Dan. They just need their Widow to do something. MN3 is back, but can he find the shot? Looking for it, body shot only. Terror Surge. Oh, the Javelin hits as well, but Skew just gets around the corner. They're buying themselves time, and MN3's found a trade. Viewers had his head taken off. Now MN3 still flanking, doesn't get the high ground he wants. Looking for a high value target, wants that Juno, wants the Ash. There's the Juno, body shot only from MN3. He's forced back. The DPS from once again are finding kills during this, and they're all DPing MN3. They need to go get the touch. Leaves copy has been cancelled. They'll get the flip. But MN3 is back again. There goes Monk's head. Now they're trying to take MN3 out of the game, but he's got 2 beforehand. Leave gets betrayed, but it's too little too late. Rally on point. Gushway and Shy, they need to make it work. Shy nearly has the Bob, but the bash onto Gushway, he can't touch. He can't touch. Shy doesn't have the Bob. And Hajek Dan, they tie it up 1-1. Oh my god. MN3 on the Widow makes it work at the end there. And Hajek Dan making a battle of this. It was a really messy one. Yeah, and this was the boop off at the start of the map, and that gave them that opening flip. In general, it felt like, once again, you saw them keep changing their playstyle. When they just had poke advantage, they were happy just to play a bit slow, a bit wide. As soon as we saw more, like, the Ash come out, we saw Leaf change his playstyle, right? He didn't just want to spam, he wanted to flank and go for kills. So the adaptation seemed reasonable for once again, even though it didn't work out from there. We'll go over to Shrine now. Deciding round in this opening map, and it's going to be Genji Reaper coming out from Hajek Dan, Reaper Cass from once again here. So for Genji, pretty reasonable in these Mauga competitions, can deflect to help the front line, help that Mauga trade, deny healing onto the other Mauga, as well as obviously just going in aggressive for kills on the backline if they get the opportunity. But now though, Gushway taking a little bit more damage, so they're going to try and swing through this choke, but it's a hard choke to swing through. The stomp comes through them, pressure onto Zest. Gushway's just going to do a bit of a drive-by here, but now they take so much damage on the way, they all try and force their way through that choke. And you see it. When you try and come through a choke, and you got One set of players on the right, one set of players on the left. It's so hard to walk through that choke. Really need to see, once again, maybe try and manipulate the map a little bit, rotate around it, or use a flank of their own to try and corral some of that space. Instead, they try and force their way through the choke, and Hayek down, they just have control of that. And now look at MN3 and Zest holding onto this high ground. This is a very scary retake against the Genji in general in this area of the map. Lever's on the far flank the other side. They have pinged him, so they know he's there. Shy has to burn this Wraith early. Racing towards ult. Open's actually got a really quick rally in all of this, as MN3 continues to be Mr. Flank on the Reaper, threatening to get in behind them here. Leave now has an angle to help poke him out point. This means their retake will be a little bit easier this time. Better space manipulation here from once again to keep themselves onto point, with the ultra about to come into play. Open is going to start with that rally. Mew is there to match it, though. Rallies have now been traded. Cage from Mag. Blossom in the cage from Shy is bashed by Opener. Shut down, and MN3's Blossom will not be bashed, will not be stopped. Opener, better discipline than we saw on Village. Holds that bash, holds it for the Blossom, shuts Shy down. Means they win that ult trade. They did also invest for Ray, to be fair to him. Monk's ult charge, very slow in all of that. Now we get to a situation where, once again, they've lost the fight, but they've got Cage, they've got Ray, they've got a great chance to win it. So really, Hayek Dan, they need to play to disengage, or they need to go hard with this play, like all in. Looks like they're just trying to play slow. Maybe even just try and play for 99. Not an unreasonable call here. Now they're coming in. Ray will be pushed. The Stomp catches Opener. They'll take that one down for free. And this is what you want if you're, once again, you only use one ultimate here. MNP's able to find one trade. Zest is there with the deflex as well. Does say find a second trade here, and they're making a bit of a mess of this here once again. They need to tidy it up. They will take care of Zest, and now they should be able to take care of Mag. Mag to get a pack, but it's going to need more help than that to get out of that one. So an economic fight taken by Hayek Dan. I honestly, I would have preferred to see them use the blade. Because what you really want if you're Hayek Dan is you want to try and bait, once again, into using both those big old Ray and the Cade. Now Hayek Dan still have a difficult ult situation to retake, but they have the blade. But blade into Cage, really hard. Really hard. We're going to try and come through this underneath side. Leave's going to put plenty of damage on. Copy targets are pretty reasonable for him as well. Probably the Reaper, probably the Malga. There goes the blade. Trying to bait the Cage. Oh, he's baited the Cage! Zest has given him the slip. They have caught MN3 though instead. So MN3 will die. It should be enough. Player advantage there. Now they're looking forward to chase the rest of the kills. Mag's a little bit separated here. Will try and stop out, regroup with his team. They're keen for the Saga kills here. Shy is with Gooshway now, so they can keep walking forward. They'll get all of these kills. They're considering looking for more of a support. Leave is above them as well. Not going to go for more, going to reset on the point. But now we get that second ult spike timer from Hayek Dan. They're going to have the Ray, they're going to have the Rally, and they're going to have the Blossom. And again, there's maybe a crucial difference here. Skew just slightly quicker on that Ray charge. If he can get it before Monk, same as he did in the first fight, that should seal the retake for Hayek Dan. Monk needs that ult charge right now. Needs that ult charge because Skewed is about to go. They swapped over to the Sombra as well here. Bit of a... I don't know if this is a worthwhile choice. I mean, it will give him an EMP pretty quick. He's actually at 50%. Maybe it's fine. Walking forward now. Support ult's ready to go. But Monk, he's caught up. He's going to have Ray to match. Leave is awfully low. Leave gets caught actually before the fight. Rays will come out. Stomped is good. Forces them back. Later rally from Mew. But a huge bash from Opener. Now the Blossom is in. The Blossom isn't held. They are in the cage. But the Blossom's done so much. They're using that rally shield. Now they're focusing down Mag. And once again, they win the ult trade. One trade from Opener. But is it enough? Zest has the EMP. Can they turn it with EMP? Oh, he's going to have to go for it by himself. He takes care of a brick. He plays to live as well. Usually goes for the Cage. Catches the dude with it. MN3's back on Farah. He's got a touch, actually. Has he got another touch in him? He's not got another touch in him. Back on Doomfist is Mag. Looking for it. Trying to finish off the Reaper, but Wraith available for Shy. And it's desperation times. And Mag's going to go for the Mega, but he can't get another touch afterwards. And once again, they hold on. They hold on. It was a dogfight, right? Especially that one. Absolute dogfight. Let me get the Preds cash. Is this going to be the... I think this is maybe the first fight of Shrine. Yeah, first fight of Shrine. There we go. Stun onto the Blossom. Here it is. Oh, it was actually second back. Okay, yeah. And then MN3 comes in for the finishing blow. Let me cash these bets correctly. That would be respectful of me. All right, next Pred's going up. I'll put a bigger timer on this one now because we've got a lot of time. Morning, Cassie. Hold on, I'm gonna eat some noodles, but I'll take questions. Is Sim good? Yes, Sim viable. Sim viable. Hey, Thunder Shadow, I'm good. I don't think they have Sunku. Might be good. Oh. Thank you for being like 7 months. Ooh.
Wow, wow.
What's a hit scan hero pool look like? Yeah, Widow, Sojourn, Cass, Ashe. It's probably worth having, like, really a modern DPS. Like, if you want to be a top modern DPS. You need something else in your hero. I think what you'll probably see a lot at this tournament is a lot of traditional hit scan players playing the Reaper role for their team. Like we're seeing what MN3's doing right now for Hajiktan. I think we'll see quite a few teams lean into that in some places. Yeah, Hajiktan probably, yeah. They've got a few Korean teams in. Vesta Crew were also in, but didn't do very well. But Hajiktan, this is our bracket final, so Hajiktan look like one of the top 2 teams. The collegiate team was doing well with Bulls Genesis comp, but then he had to play Maryville. Did it stop doing well once he played Maryville? Midtown next map. It will see mostly similar competition. Not really, Mapino. I don't really know too much about it, you know. It was just like a Lord trailer. Have to wait and see. It's playable this weekend though, right? No, Gandalf. How often do I shave my head? Probably like once a week. Alright. 40 seconds. I'm going to finish these noodles. No problem. Alright. Why am I bold? Because it's better than the alternative. It's better than the alternative. When did I become bold? I think I first shaved it during the lockdown, but never went back. I mean, it still grows at a normal rate. Like, I've still got, like, hair in this middle bit here and at the side, so that all still grows at a normal rate. But that's enough bold Q&A. Let's get these predictions closed, and let's lock in for Midtown. Hajiktan, 51% favourites here. Midtown, obviously the choice of Hajiktan, and they are on the Sombra version. Pardon me. They're on the Sombra version. So a little bit less strong in the neutral. A little bit stronger, potentially, in the ult. The Mag's just going to catch lead here. Now we're going to walk onto him. Force him into this room. Gooshway's coming. Zest is going to fall. Now he's going to force his way out. Huge going to try and disengage. Shy trying to finish off this as well. But Mag comes back. Stomp not quite enough to save him. Gushway's going to keep hunting him down at this choke. And Shy should be able to finish it off. But MN3, he's always sneaky. He's always CPing, and he's killed 2. The trades are massive here for MN3. If they can keep their backline alive right now, they can build a decent amount of his ult and force him back. There's not enough money in the world, Ellie. Not enough money in the world. I feel like the Reaper Echo, there's just so much more firepower. The Sombra shouldn't be able to win the neutral here. Well, not shouldn't be able to, but it should be like a slight disadvantage in it. But to be fair, Zest has been playing it quite flanky still. You can see again, he's just trying to play these angles, try and launch, set up situations where he can hit one with the DPS, hit the Echo. It's going to be an early cage coming out from Gushway now. Ray in response here, and Monk again slow on the charge. So for Ray Blossom, it beats the cage. One thing that's really important to know about how some of these comps interact is that actually Death Blossom and Ray, you've probably seen it a bit before, is really strong. But Blossom is really good against an enemy cage because it does loads of damage to the cage itself, does loads of damage to everyone in it. So if you can Blossom in the enemy cage, it can actually be a real problem. It can be a real problem. We'll move on to seconds here. A pretty decent cap for Hatrick down in the end. And now they have this EMP ready to go. Where is Zest? They're just getting forced back now. EMP's going to be dropped here. It's a big EMP as this raid push comes in. But they just kill Zest for it. Hatrick down, they were disengaging. It's a bad EMP from Zest. His team were not able to go on it at all. And now once again, they're moving to the spawn. They've got pinned in with this firehouse. Shoot's going to swing with the torpedoes. They're pushing back. Rally to start it. He will match for Rally. But the bash was used, so here comes the Blossom. Full shield onto the Blossom. Cage over the top from Mag as well. Catches everyone. And they neutralize the value of that Blossom. Cage and Rally there. Shields up from Opener. Yeah, the Genji's still, like, reasonable. It's just the Reaper and Echo generally seen as better. Hatrick down on the Sombra train as well. I think when you get to a lot of these macro metas as well, also the ults become really important, right? And I think when you compare Genji's ult in this type of meta to the Blossom and the other ults, it's a little bit weaker than all of them as well. Speaking of weaker, Scoot's just going to get caught on the low ground here, and that's going to be no Juno, no Malga now. They're just sort of falling over, and that's a free retackle once again. Didn't force any ultimates out. MN3 is on the flank trying to find a trade. Taking care of those. Shy got that one on lock. Now, as we go into this next fight, it's going to be Blossom available for MN3. Copy available for Leave. Lots of good copy targets for Leave here. Could take the Reaper, could take the Malga. They've been both of them pretty consistent copies. Skewed also quicker on that Ray. Seems to be a consistent theme so far in this map. Skewed always a little bit ahead of Monk. Now EMP is getting really close as well. Difficult fight for once again here. They're trying to slow it down. You can see Zest trying to force the payload underneath. So Hatrick down in no great rush. But once they have this Ray, once they have this EMP, that's when they can pull the trigger. TP now from MN3 onto the pillar. Takes a lot of damage for it. Has to Wraith immediately. They're trying to make way up, but they've used a few of their cooldowns here. Now speeding at the choke. They're going to Wraith through it here. Monk doesn't have it yet. 9% short. Now they're in trouble. Copy comes out. It's a copy brig. It's not great, but once again, just want to use this to live. They have the Blossom now as well. But the Blossom from MN3 is first. Ray in response. EMP over top of the Ray. But the Ray is still going. It keeps them all alive. It allows them to kill MN3. And they push back with that Ray timing. Even a copy rally on the go from Leave here. Leave will get traded, but Zest 1 HP surely doesn't make it out of this one. And once again there, the Ray is good. Ray is good. Feels like twice now Zest has dropped this EMP into once again while they are raying. And it's just not worked at all, because the Ray keeps going. The Ray continues to heal everyone to give them the damage boost to allow them to stay alive. I really think the interaction you want to look for way more with that EMP ultimate, it has to be, you've got to have eyes on this cage. Maybe even the Blossom as well, but eyes on the cage, eyes on the Blossom. Now Zest doesn't have it when once again have these big ults. It's going to be a cage rally fight versus cage rally, but Shy's got this Blossom over the top, and they're holding the space aggressively. There's the cage, there's the Blossom. They just used the combo here. That's an expensive one though, 2 ults for nothing as they drop the combo immediately. They're forced all the way back. Now a clear opening for Dan to land these ults themselves. The rally here from Mew is going to be very difficult. You can use it. There's two options. You either just go in with a like bash rally, or you rally in Vermalga's face and threaten to stun the cage. He's going to do that now, threatening to stun the cage, but Mag's not pulled the trigger. Now he finds a way to pull the trigger, gets it out there, stuck in the cage. Mew will go down. Opener's got the rally overhead as well. They convert that combo. They keep it going. Now, that should be second point going their way. We'll look to chase any of these kills. Leaf maybe in a spot of bother will try and get himself out there, but Mag is on the hunt. They are in the forward spawn, so Cap hadn't gone through, so they can back spawn. Keep themselves alive, but now Zesty has this EMP. And Monk doesn't quite have the Ray yet. Doesn't quite have it. Will cloak up, looking for his timing here. Leaf wants to try and clear some of this high ground, but very difficult with Mag holding that off anchor on the opposite side. So instead, once again, they're going to try and take an early fight here. Maybe just want to force some of these ultimates out. Pressure onto Opener, force the bash back. They've scared Opener, very split from his team, but now MN3 will drop in. Zest still has that EMP. There's the hit. It's a 4-man EMP. They Ray as well. They demolish them here. Very big ult combo again. Maybe some of the same problems we were talking about from once again on second, but they've used 2 ults versus nothing. Does it put them in a bad spot for the end of this? 45 seconds left. Blossom available for MN3. Needs to go hard. But if Monk can get this Ray, if Lee can get this copy off, Lee can also just save a copy to save himself against his Blossom as well, you know? So a lot of pressure on MN3 to find value in a tricky situation because there's only 30 seconds left right now. And MN3's going to take a lot of damage. Stomp comes in. There's the Ray, but MN3 goes for it. He catches Shy, but a 1-for-1 trade, and the Ray is still going. Trying to pocket them, lead through everything. The copy Sombra on the go. We'll be getting a copy EMP, and that should just seal the hold, I think. They get a touch. They're looking for the late kill. If they get a late kill here, it's actually brutal. Lever's looking for it. He's found him. He's found him as well. Oh, Zest gets the kill. Zest gets the kill. And he's cloaked away. Oh, they do trade it back, but a 1-for-1 trade. Zest managed to get a kill out of that one. And MN3, he's got the touch. Can Mag get back in? Mag nearly has cage, as does Gooshway. MN3's going to have to go for another touch. He might die for it. No DPS on the side of Hajek Dan now. They nearly have the cage, but Mag is hacked up. He's bashed. He's going to go for the stop. He drops the cage. I think it's a cage jacked ultimately, but the damage is done. Zest, late trade at the end. They get 2 and a bit points out of that. Not the worst. Really not the best either. And it's not the worst attack you've seen from Hajek Dan. But it's certainly beatable. Certainly beatable. In general, I think when you look at a lot of these big, brawly, ult-focused comps, there's quite often situations you can set yourself up for where you have a clear ult advantage. Kind of like we saw Hajek Dan have at the end of the fight they eventually won to capture second point. They just have the ult advantage, they can convert it. Because you can manipulate these situations a lot better on attack defense, generally I feel like the attack should be slightly favored. We should see more full cap or more decent pushes. This is the Aurora Cup. This is a small tournament, I guess like a tier 2 tournament in China, featuring mostly Chinese teams, but a couple of Pacific teams and a couple of Korean teams, and including Hajek Dan. We're in the upper bracket final right now, so these are the 2 top teams so far. Winner goes to the grand final, which will be tomorrow, and the loser plays again today in the lower bracket final. How is Mew compared to Lengsa? He's felt okay so far. I think generally speaking, the most important things for a Brig in this type of comp is 1, being aware of when you can get involved, when you can't get involved. And also, in a lot of these situations, your rally can be a swing factor in these big ult trades. But it's, can you save bash for the cage or for the bottom? Can you shield at the right times in the cage to keep everyone else up, keep the mouth up, right? Like, shielding is super important when you've got the rally going in these big ult trades. And to be fair, Mew's felt pretty reasonable on most of them so far, you know? Like, we've seen MN3 terrorize backline so far in this tournament, but Mew and Monk, they've not been terrorized so far, you know? But for now, they're coming through this choke. They lose MN3. We get the pick, and now we're going to start walking. Shy's going to start forcing point here, and I think Hajek Dan are going to try and slow it down here. It is a Sombra v Sombra situation as well, that's worth mentioning here. They're just going to force the objective here. They're trying to buy time for MN3 to come back, then they will take the fight. This time, Monk is slightly ahead on that ult charge. Lee's going to set up above him as well. Look for the hack onto Mag. Pulls him out of it. We'll try and focus him down here. Just burning damage into that Mauga here. Trying to get the value. Both teams ruling. Shy's going to get caught first, though. Now the stomp comes back. Gushway's able to trade M3, but the cap just went through during all of that. Oh, they get the picks, but Hajik Town, they don't touch. So it all goes to waste, and now we're going to get into a relatively large ult situation. Support ops coming up for both teams. EMP already there for Zest, very close to leave. Blossom's the slowest in this one. Was just quite a spammy first fight. Leaves just trying to farm the rest of this ultimate here. And whoa, Zest actually gets caught on the low ground. Whoa, 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 whoa. Opening pick for once again. Now they can start walking forward. Mag's going to try and play for a trade, but they're dealing with all of it. Rally was committed by Mew, and that will keep them alive. So, Hajik Dan, they at least force an ultimate, even after losing a player there. But they're going to find themselves very much on the back foot and in danger of a very big time bank right now. EMP available for Leaf. He's holding close as well. Going to cloak up now. Zestvo just swinging uncloaked. Going to cloak himself up now. Both Sombras invisible. EMP battle right now. Raze will be used before then. Rally committed as well. There's the cage. Will get EMP, but Mag kills Leaf. Now the later EMP from Zest, and it catches all of them. This time, that looks a lot more like it. Gushway didn't get a chance to use the cage, and that's the power of the EMP there. You can see there was like two different choices there, right? So Mag drops the cage immediately to force the EMP. He forces the EMP. He sets Zest up for a bigger EMP. Gushway, on the other hand, didn't want to use his cage until after the EMP. But that way, that time, Hajik Khan actually won that exchange with the bigger EMP at the end there. So Mag just essentially sacrifices his ult to force the EMP, but allows Zest to get a big one. But now Gushway has the cage coming forward with this push. M3 has the Blossom, but it's going to be a cage onto Mag. Is M3 coming? M3 is in there. He's got it. It's big. But Blossom's so good into the cage. Takes care of two, but it's only a 2-for-2 trade. Now trying to turn onto the Juno, but the Juno slipped away. Leave on the high ground now with the team. It's a 3v3. They can just stalemate this out, Hajik Khan. Their spawns are closer. Shy can't really push this, and it will be a reset. Back into a full neutral here. Shy much closer to that Blossom, though. Trying to make its way around the corner, get the last of this ult charge. Happy to trade. Everyone else charging their ult during all of this. Worth noting the Sombras are actually charging his EMP so fast again. And actually, Leaf's going to dive in for it here with Shy. They force Zest out of this position. Now they want to keep going. Pressure on the objective. EMP nearly available here. Shy also has the Blossom. But oh, in the mix. Stuck in a bus stop, and Mag's going to stop on him. No Juno available now. Blossom comes in from Shy. He's got two. He's got three, but Blossom does it all. They spot the opportunity for the kill, but they don't keep track of Shy. Sets himself up for a big Blossom, but Blossom carries the fight again. 4 minutes on the clock and not that far to go. Leave with the EMP, as is Zest, and we set ourselves up for another big ult exchange again. Going to be both support ults, EMPs on both sides. Cage advantage for Mag, most importantly, though. The problem Mag has is, obviously, he's going to get EMP'd, but they can set up the same ult trade they did earlier, where Mag just uses his cage, gives Leaf the obvious EMP, but actually Zest is just going to go early with it, catches the brick straight away. 1-for-1 trade, but no chance on that rally now. Now they turn on to the Mauga. Trying to play front to back Overwatch now. For M3, he's found Juno again, and M3 so damn sneaky, always getting onto these supports. And really, it seems like the Sombra Reaper, as much as having like a lot of frontline damage, they're also really playing very much as a two-man dive group in a lot of these situations to try and hit these squishies with the TP and the cloak. Leave now has the EMP. Gonna start with a manual hack onto Mag, just trying to get that damage. Will get forced out, though. Now the cage comes through. EMP to cancel that one. Ray is still going forward, though, with a counter Ray from Monk is good. Rally comes in from opener. He thinks he can clutch it here, but I don't know about that one. Oh, disaster Rally, actually. It looked like the fight had already gone. Decision made too late by opener. And now, Blossom v Blossom. But once again, they also have to Rally. They also have the cage. M3 needs to do God's work with this. It's such a tough fight now for Hajik Khan. It needs an almighty clutch. Almighty clutch. They are forced to touch as well, which should in theory set up Gushway and Shy just to hit this combo. There's the cage early onto the Malga. They'll trade for damage. They drop the Blossom. Opener's trapped in the cage. MN3 doesn't even get a chance to pull the trigger. Cage is good. Objective is force. And once again, take a second map with a powerful attack. Ooh. All right. So this is the first time we've really seen, once again, I think by at least that I've seen one of the like decent Korean teams, and once again look better, right? Like the first map was close. The first map was a proper like neck and neck, 99, could have gone either way control. And that one, I think, was actually we saw the gap widen in that one right there. And Haejuk Dan now find themselves 2 maps down in a situation where they've now got a reverse sweep China's best. Get the Preds up for map number 3. I once again getting better at Brawl. It's hard to tell because they look better. It looks like they're playing the ult fights fairly reasonably, but I also think Haejuk Dan, like the difference between Haejuk Dan and then when we get to like Crazy Raccoon, Falcon, Zeta, there's a huge gap between those top 3 Korean teams and the rest of the Korean team, you know? So once again, it's good that they're beating Haejuk Dan, you know, from their point of view in terms of their power rankings, but I don't know if it really proves anything about, like, it doesn't prove that they could go toe-to-toe with Korea's best, you know? On this type of comp, at least. Is me better than Lengtser? I don't know. I think Mew's played fine. I've not really seen a lot of Mew, I guess, pre this tournament, honestly. But he looks really fine. Looks like he's had, like, a better discipline on his rallies than opener. Looks like he's just fitted into the team, honestly. Is there any way for once again to compete in OWCS next season? I will have to wait and see. The plans for next year aren't decided. My hope would be that there's an OWCS China next year, and that OWCS China feeds into the Asia playoffs, right? And maybe you take a spot away from Korea, you take away a spot away from Pacific, and let 2 Chinese teams some, you know, or maybe a spot away from Japan, something, you know. Why take away slots when you can just add slots? Easy. Yeah, but this. The problem with adding slots is there's a price to it. And unfortunately, that price costs money. So, there's an element here of how far the purse strings will stretch. We're not playing, you can't play slots in the chat. We were we were talking about the Asia playoffs rather than the main ones, like the major playoffs. The problem with 10 teams though as well as this is how do you do a 10-team tournament in 3 days? What's the counterplay for that? Because our schedule is already pretty tight with 8 teams. We do single elim. Single elim, we can get through 10 teams. Is my mic cutting out? Hold on, let me... It kept bugging the other day. Let me see if... It keeps resetting itself. I'm not sure why. Let's see if it's done it again. Yeah, it's done it again. Oh, I'm probably... Is that better? That's better. Yeah, sorry. My default is at 75, but it keeps I don't know why, but it keeps setting it. I'll move it away now. We can go back to the normal distance. Sorry for the jump scares, chat. Yeah, the single elimination of a seeding has to be right. The thing for me is I like single elimination tournaments. I think it adds like a level of peril. But I think the important thing for a single elimination tournament is you have a robust group stage. The problem with a robust group stage is there's a lot of games that it takes time, you know? So I actually do struggle to think of a way to improve the system for like the majors which doesn't just involve spending more money on more teams or extending the event. I mean, which a reasonable ask, right? In theory, you want the game to grow, you want like things to level up each year, but we also don't have any sponsors, you know. Don't have any sponsors, so who's paying for it all? Hey, Heleno, anyone know why I took an entire month for Final Time for OWCS? I'm not sure why there was such a big break, actually, honestly. I don't know a reason for it. I don't know if they just wanted to just sort of extend the calendar year a little bit, or... I'm not sure. You can chip in $6 New Zealand dollars. Alright. Are we just gonna... Should I just pass a hat around? I'll pass a hat around and we'll see if we can get a bigger LAN out of it. I mean, I don't think they will this. I strongly suspect they won't. Yeah, you could be right, Pess. I think it's just like... Because I imagine we won't start until like March next year at the earliest. So, it kind of like at least contracts for off-season a little bit. Alright. Yeah, in theory it gives teams time to prepare, right? So it's really not the end of the world. But I don't know if they ever, like, said what the actual reason was. Alright, what am I doing? Closing the Preds. Here we go. Reaper Echo on the side of, once again, Reaper Sombra on the side of Hajok Dan. Just going to be an early spammy fight to begin with. Full sticks onto the Reaper. No Wraith Force just yet, though. Now the rings will be exchanged. Trying to swing onto Mag here, but Gushway putting himself in a vulnerable position. You got to get involved, and they do get forced back there. And Shy's actually going to get caught on the way out here. So once again, they have to concede the first flip for this one. Ult charge status, pretty even. Worth noting that Mag seems to have double Gushway's ult charge. Don't know how that's happened in all of that, especially when once again seemed to win that opening exchange. Now coming through the left. Leaf trying to get his own angle here. We're going to the high ground. Shy just walking through, trying to put pressure on. But Zest, again, he stakes his way into the back. This is really awkward for him to deal with. And actually, he even gets the kill. He kills Monk. This is going to make the comp fall apart. Now they don't have that main source of healing. Once again, they're just going to get burnt down. They are finished off here. And this will be easy kills for Mag and the gang to get. Shy will get the last one to go down. And there we go, Hajok Dan, back-to-back dominant fights all over that Monk kill. And because they got that kill onto Monk, they actually have a bit of a ray gap here as well. If we look at the ults across the board, in fact, Hajok Dan are just a lot closer to most of them. For saving grace for once again as well, at least they have the rally. But they might just get hit with an early EMP here. Where is Zest? Does he want to hit him as soon as they come in that room? They're actually going for far door. This has maybe ruined Zest's timing a little bit. Is he going to go above him, or is he just going to hit him with a choke? They need to get the touch. They're just going to EMP onto Gushway. They walk around the corner. They one-shot him. Rally not in time for Mew to come out. He hits the bash, but now he's used his bash. He's just vulnerable, hiding in a corner, but here comes Opener. Here comes MN3. Once again, have got the flip thanks to their DPS, but a substantial player advantage should allow Hajok Dan to retake control of this. They just need to be careful for some of these ult clutches. Copy comes out from Leaf. They're going to cage this Copy. They need to kill this Copy quick. But Leaf's going to get a cage of his own. Doesn't catch all that much, but here comes the Ray Trade as well. Now Leaf walking forward, looking for the stomp. Comes in. Rally from Opener going forward now. Skewed needs a lot of help behind. Skewed's not going to get that help behind. Opener's just going forward. They need to turn kills, but they are turning kills. Clean whip shot to finish it there. Looked a little bit scary when we saw Skewed wasn't going to be able to get the help. But they win it, and they seal that first point there. Did spend quite a bit for it in the end, and now we've got what should be a pretty straightforward situation. For once again. Blossom and Cage. Against just a Blossom. So, need MN3 to maybe get a little bit creative with it. Maybe a flank Blossom, a TP Blossom. Looks like he might even just be holding out for choke. Maybe he just wants to go around the corner as soon as he sees him. Difficult to play in the cage versus this. Wants to put this early pressure on Shy. Keep him in check, but Shy's getting full packs, and Shy just gives him the business round the corner. Hits him with the 1-2. MN3 is dead, and this is just gonna be a fight. They have to just concede for space off that. Zest will get caught as well. And look at Shy, he's still walking into him. He wants more. And once again, this is an important fight, because even though it maybe wasn't spectacular, the fact that they've won that fight without using any ultimates once again is a huge swing for these future fights. Now all of a sudden they still have that cage, they still have that blossom. Hajikdan are getting close in this EMP timing though, right? Which means if Gushue presses cage, Zest will press EMP to cancel on that cage. So Gushue even might just have to hold it till afterwards. And look at Zest's position. They might just press the EMP. They're all there. It's a 5-man EMP. They walk forward there. I don't know what once again we're hoping for. They surely must have known that Zest wasn't there. Did they just want to tank the EMP? That's a peculiar choice from once again. Maybe they just wanted to go faster with Blossom or Cage or something. And they just didn't get the opportunity because Zest was already ready. Now Zest outside farming more of the ult. Coming back with a pretty significant ult situation here. But Hajikdan, that EMP victory has bought them time to get their ultimates up as well. Zest will concede ground to the opposite high ground. We're going to start by forcing point here once again. Cages will both be dropped here. Blossom in from Shy. MN3 with a later Blossom, though. Here he comes. It's actually a 1-for-1 trade, though. Now they're still going through support top spot there, but Mew gets the rally first. Able to get that one off. And now, once again, they should be able to get themselves on point here. Get themselves a flip and hold on to that. Copy EMP from the end at Leave. Seems like Leave is leading into those Sombra copies quite a lot, trying to get that fast EMP into the fight. But Hajikdan, they didn't have Rally or Ray when that big ult trade started, which means they now have both of those ults for this next fight. Even an EMP coming up fast again. Monk has his own Ray. He's going to drop it here, right? They can match Ray's Ray and Rally used, though. So once again, they have to just try and stay in their Ray, try and live. And they do kill. The backline dies walking through. They've killed the backline. Zest is getting the flip. Zest is buying them time, but the damage has been done. Once again, they'll have to go get the cat back yet. Have Hajikdan staggered this one out enough? They kind of need this EMP as well. Shy doesn't quite have Blossom yet. They need another touch. Is Zest going to go for it? Oh, Zest is whip shot back. Zest is whip shot back. Mew seals the point for him with that whip shot. Huge whip, actually, from Mew. Gives him the cap. Otherwise, there's a real dangerous situation there where Hajikdan would have been able to get back on point, maybe gets this EMP, turn the fight, give a point for themselves. So, clutch whip shot from Mew when they needed it there. They still have to worry about this EMP vote in this next fight. Last time, they kind of just walked in and just tanked the EMP and accepted their fate. We'll see if they choose to do the same here. They have got a Blossom to go with. Trying to get an angle on Mag is Shy already, but look at Zest. His position is revealed. He's going to cloak up now. Now wants to get into it. Once again, trying to play a lot of distance. They're going to go for it. It's a 2-man EMP. They get the cast, but they've lost MN3 on the way here. Now they're going to try and turn on the Malga, but Shy with a Blossom behind catches opener. Now he's turning on to Mag, and they mess up the EMP timing there. You saw once again, they were playing so split. They were playing so wide. Zest presses the button anyway. And once again, get the exact situation they want. That looks way better from once again. Rather than grouping up and tanking it, they're playing split, giving Zest hard choices. And Zest is actually going to get off the Sombra now onto the Genji. Maybe a response to Leave swap onto the Cass here as well. Cage available for both Malgas very soon. Blossom advantage for MN3. Ray's coming up soon, and Mew has this rally. Gonna start by trying to force point here. Zest's gonna try and get a bit more of an angle to poke people out. Mag's gonna go in for the slam. Don't think he finds anything. Will drop the cage though. Blossom over the top, but MN3 gets one shot. Shields up from Mew. Blocks a lot of that Reaper's self-healing. And now they are still in the cage. Hajikdan are still battling away. Gushue goes for the slam, and it is blocked, but he's got the Brig on the back foot. Ray to clutch from Monk. It's just the two of them. Oh, they need to stay in the Ray, stay in the Ray. Keep their Malga up, but the rally back from opener now. Gushue's found the kill. Gushue's killed the rally. Gushue's does it all himself with the help of that Ray. And now Gushue taking over, sealing the point, and Hajikdan, they've been absolutely rumbled by this Malga. Gushue just standing in the Ray, deletes opener. And now, that's a huge swing. This map was looking so good for Hajikdan at various times, but once again, now back in control. Remember, this is the series on the line. Once again, just need one more point, and they've got a high noon to start the fight, but not a whole lot else. Blade coming in from Zest as well. Ray from Skewed if he needs it. No ults dropped just yet. Once again, having to rely on these DPS ults. Cage mid-fight as well. Just going to start trying to force the point here once it unlocks. MN3 is going to TP in, trying to bully back Shy. But look, Mew's ready to fight him. Zest is coming in with the blade foe. Oh, he gets stomped. Stomped and Blossom. See you later, Zest. Absolutely crushed. And Gushway hitting everything right now. Will get stomped by Mag. But here comes the support to get him out of that. And Gushway has survived. He now has the cage. But Shy is just tearing him up. And this will be first cap going. Gushway is on the hunt. Wants to chase Mag here. You see Shy TP in as well. Wants to get him out. Doesn't have Wraith just yet. Shy 2 HP. He goes down to. And they get the Cage Reaper in the end. Shy playing it perfectly. Perfectly. Will be able to get out. Did burn the cage for that one, though, for ultimately 1 kill. So, it's a bit of probably not worth it economically in the end at all to use that cage. So ult advantage now coming back for Haejik-Dan. They have the cage, they have the Blossom, even nearly a rally. But once again, they do have this Ray. Ray is still a really powerful ultimate in this meta. Can overwhelm it. Stomp comes in from Mag. Will hit Gushway with that one. Cage only catches for Malgo. Ray comes back in response from Monk. And Gushway, he drops underneath, but the Ray's moved away from him here. Gushway's trying to live. They get no kills with this cage, actually. Now the rally from Mew. The bash comes in. The counter bash is there. Both Briggs are going to die. MN3 Blossom over top gets the job done. MN3, he's timing so good with E. That's an ace for him as well. Ace for MN3 off of backing up Blossom. His timing's always so good. When his chaotic fights happen, back and forth, back and forth. MN3 always just finds that timing to get a little bit sneaky, TP in or flank when nobody's expecting it, and just arrive with the Death Blossom at the perfect time. And he gives Haejik-Dan a lifeline as a result. Now, once again, have DPS ults. Haejik-Dan, they have support ults. Support ults, in theory, should win here, as long as the Blossom doesn't get too much. But there's the rally push. Oh, they're just walking over him here. No problem there for Haejik-Dan. Looking to finish off Leave as well. Nowhere to go. Shy just dropped the Blossom. He wants to try and clutch. It does force for Ray out here, so that's both support ults used to hold on to the point here. Makes it a much more even situation as we go into this final fight. Leave's going to have the high noon. Gushway nearly has the cage. That's the big one. If Gushway can get this cage, that can swing this fight massively. Until then, it looks like Haejik-Dan, they want to go fast. They want to go aggressively. Zest, very closeness. Look at MN3 on the flank as well. Can they find a kill? Zest harassing from one side, getting scouting information for MN3. The blade is nearly there. Time is against once again. Wait, once again, I'm just going backwards there. High noon to try and live. Deflect though. Zest sends it back at Leave's face. And now we'll get on it. But Shy, he's flipped it. Zest has killed 2 though. As long as they can group up and get back to point, they should be okay. And Zest just looking for the cleanup kills here. Juno's slippery, but can't get away in that time, Monk. And they'll regain control of the point. Blade is good from Zest. Deflect is good. And it is 2-2. Haejik-Dan are pushing them all the way. Remember, 2 maps down, Haejik-Dan. They need to win this map. And it's going to be cages aside, cages apiece. But MN3, he has that Blossom. And MN3's Blossoms have been so good. So good. Interesting to note, we've got these same swaps going on. Once again, going to send Leave off the cast back to Echo. So Haejik-Dan straight back on the Sombra here. Ult advantage for Haejik-Dan as we go into this first fight. But once again, they're on the point first. Don't quite have the cage yet here. So Haejik-Dan need to get that as they go. Trying to hit the virus onto it, and they have bullied them back here. Cage onto MN3. He'll drops the Blossom, but he gets one shot again. 4v4 situation. Cages will be traded. They're beaming him down, and Shy is just getting pocketed through everything. Oh, MN3. We've been gassing up the Blossoms. We've been talking about how good he's been. But this time he just drops it straight in front of that Malga. Just gets one shot there. A bad Blossom from MN3, and they lose a fight they should have won, Haejik-Dan. This is their big chance. Big chance potentially slipping through their fingers. It's going to be a double support ult trade here. But Shy has the Blossom. Zest nearly has the EMP. But Blossom combines really powerfully with Ray. If they can't hit the bash timing or they can't get away from this Blossom, Shy can take over. Shy's going to get fresher down early. They're going for it. Ray will be used here. Skewed is going to match it, but Mag gets deleted. There is the Blossom. No rally just in time to use it here. Opener's going to be forced back. Taken down. EMP to try and turn it from Zest. MN3 gets one with it. Can MN3 get another one? Shy's 1 HP underneath. They pocket him through it, though. MN3 can't quite find any of the kills. And now Leave in the Echo form can take over. And once again, this should seal the series for them. It's going to be desperation touches for Hajik Dan. They don't have ultimates either. I don't think there's even a touch. No, recall has been forced. Copy out from Leave. Wait, Mag's got the touch. Mag from he actually gets counter-pinned off for points, so he doesn't get the touch. I don't think it would have made any difference. The stagger fights once he swaps as fast heroes are really rough in this. Once again, take it 3-0. Take it 3-0. And as soon as they lost that fight on the final point, where it was where they had the ult advantage and they blow it, if you blow your ult advantage fights, it is a huge swing factor in these fights. Yeah, classic close 3-0. Classic close 3-0. I mean, to be fair, first map and third map were close. Second map, not so much, but first map and third map. Especially that third map. If anything, Hajik Dan should have had the ult situation to win that third map. They just blew it, right? You'll see in one of my interviews as well, we're talking about, when I'm asking people about like the most important things in these metas, those fights came up quite a lot, you know, like, can you win the ult? If you win the ult disadvantage fights, they're really hard, but if you can, it can really swing the entire map in your favor, you know? Morning, 7M. Yeah, I think you've got a real point. Like, actually, about the support gap, I think Mew gapped opener for sure. I think a few of Zest's EMPs were dodgy. MN3, yeah, honestly, Hajik Dan, like, Midtown, really bad EMPs from Zest. Here, that last Blossom was really bad from MN3. Yeah. And I think, like, Hajik Dan, there's, like, enough there, like, they could take maps. And then it was that Gushway clutch. You know where Gushway just killed for rally with Ray? Like, Monk and Gushway make a decision to try and clutch a 2v3, and then Gushway just fucking does it, you know? Like, that was probably another pivotal moment in it as well.
Got my back?
Force on Sigma's brother. I know, I watched the thing. No strong opinions. Just a bit of lore, isn't it? A bit of lore. See what it's like to play. He's playable at the weekend, right? So that'll be interesting. Let me do the Preds and update the stream title, and then I'll grab a drink, and then we can lock in, because we are now Ray Momo Fishball versus Kapir Cat. Versus Kapir Cat. Type that right. Predictions. Oh, let's see once again.
Unstable. We don't know what it might do to you.
What I always say, Susie.
If you're in it with
All right.
You're in it for life.
Predictions up. I'll be back in a little bit. Let me just get another drink.
Let's break it down. Let's get down. I haven't even broken a sweat.
Impeccable. Woohoo! That's how you do it.
Death is an illusion.
Nothing's gonna stop.
Attack!
I'll make this look easy.
人类的进化即将取得前所未有的重大突破，我毕生的研究都是为了揭开它的秘密。凡夫俗子们认为我的冒险不可理喻，但我不会像他们那样裹足不前。几十年来，守望先锋一直在阻碍科学发展的步伐。他们觉得我的手段太过偏激，容易引起争议。他们想要抹去我的声音，但在阴影之中，还有很多人在试图规避他们定下的条律。摆脱了枷锁之后，我们的研究突飞猛进。我们一起不断探索着那些被法律、道德以及恐惧所封印的领域。新势力的出现，为我的研究提供了强大的后盾。有了这些，我们又能创造出怎样的新世界呢？
I'm back. Ooh. Well, we got some time, haven't we? We got some time before this next one. So get your predictions in if you want.
我这就带你去看。
Oh.
月球。我在那里长大，看着远方的蓝色星球，梦想着在地球的生活。但我怀念在月球的日子，那里的科学家们是我的家人。从他们身上我学到了很多知识，还有很多美好的回忆。
All right, so yeah, we got a bit of downtime. So if anyone has any questions, I guess about what we've seen so far, or about cum socks, I guess. What are we talking about? Or about the meta or Stockholm. When's the Stockholm power rankings? I actually might not have time for it in the end sober. Do you want me to do it now? 5-minute power ranking. 5-minute power ranking. Where am I going? Wikipedia. Overview. So, let's see, there's going to be a first place. Wait, can I... Let's crank these guys down for a second. First place, second place, third, fourth. And then 5/6 and 7/8. Let me do the power rankings first. I think honestly, I'm actually just CR pilled. I think this is like, there's a really great chance for Falcons to win here. But I think right now, maybe not so much. We'll do the extremities first. NRG and TM, I think they're actually, these guys are out on day one, I think. Then this is where it gets tricky. These next 4 teams, like Nightmare, Ents, SSG, and Toronto, I think it's super, all these teams are super close. All these teams are super close. I'd probably put Nightmare towards the bottom of it, though. So I think Nightmare go out here. Then this is where it gets really, really messy. I think I have to have faith in the SSG boys. Like Malga meta, Macro meta. It's going to be a Chris Theory one. A Chris Theory one. And then it's Toronto Ents, I think, is really 50-50. But I think even though like Toronto have like this reputation of not being good in this meta, I think they've come a long way. So I think it's that. I think it's that. Non-sponsored opinion. I think this would be my power rankings. I think this type of meta, the chance for SSG or Toronto to upset a Korean team, I think it's really possible. I think it's really possible. Like, more possible than it was at Dallas. Ents as well could quite easily be up here as well. I think these Ents versus Toronto, Ents versus SSG, these will be super close games. Ents do normally do better at LAN as well, right? They sort of always seem to turn up when it matters. They turned up at Dallas, they turned up at the Esports World Cup, put some good performances. So yeah, part of me, like, I feel like on paper, Falcons should be up here. But I think the way the meta's maybe settled out, right? If Genji becomes less prevalent and Echo becomes more prevalent, I think that proper Heesang dynamic leans back in Heesang's favor. I think... I think Toronto will actually be like... I think Toronto will surprise people a little bit with how well they do in this type of meta. I mean, possibly as well, but I think Heesang also has Stalker on it, you know? I think I could see it in that way as well. And then proper on Reaper, I don't know. Yeah, I think what we should expect to see. Someone asked as well about like Jumbin Malga. I think we'll see a good amount of Max. I think there's like we'll see both Crazy Raccoon tanks in play, maybe a bit more than we have done historically. I think ultimately though, like in terms of individual players, I think it's going to be much more like who has the better theory on the day, who has the who just executes better on the day. I think it's going to be, there's a lot more. I think in this tournament, that's going to be just who has the better game day performance. It's kind of always true, but I think it's going to be really true to this one. Is Bull viable? Yeah, it's viable in like certain maps, I think still. I think we'll still see Crazy Raccoon do some of the Crazy Raccoon comp, right? But I think they can also just win the mirror. I think, yeah. Like, there's a few things here, because I think some of the sentiment, obviously, is that if it's a double flex DPS meta, the teams this should hurt are Crazy Raccoon, because they have Lip, Toronto, because they have Merit, maybe Ents as well, potentially, depending on their lineup. But I think, actually, because one of the heroes is Reaper, that's really viable. As we're seeing in this tournament, right? Now, MN3 on Reaper, he actually looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty good. I think, yeah, Lip, Merit, Kai, these players on Reaper, very good Reaper players. So all of a sudden, needing a double flex DPS, I think it's sort of true, but it's not as true, right? Yeah. I think Ents are in a really tricky situation because Echo is probably Ramon's best hero, but Kev's Reaper isn't all that. So Ents' best Reaper, I think, is Kai. But then I can't see a world where they drop Kev. They bench Kev to play like Ramon, Echo, Kai, Reaper. I can't see that. But so like I just can't see it, you know. So I think Kev will probably end up playing for them and therefore probably end up playing the Echo. Which I think is honestly it's still a fine DPS line, right? Kai Reaper, Kev Echo, if that's what they choose to do. I think Ramon's Echo is better than Kev's, but I don't know. I just can't see a world where Ents drop Kev, right? It's the same thing with Lip, right? Where even when Crazy Raccoon had Knife, can you really see Lip not playing in these important games, right? I think it's the same situation for Ents. Like, Kev is just going to play because it's Kev.
If you're in it with me,
You're in it for life.
Why Falcons not won? I think it's just like Crazy Raccoon. Word on the street is they're the strongest team, right? When I've been doing some of the player interviews, lots of people saying Crazy Raccoon look better right now. So I'm taking some scrim bucks into account. I think the fact that even though it's double flex DPS, like if you think back to Dallas, right? In Dallas, I think Falcons were better in that Malga comp. But the heroes in play were Genji and Venture. Proper's best hero in Genji, and one of Stalker's best heroes in Venture. Like Stalker's Venture, probably really one of the best in the world. And I think Nat put Lip in a really tricky situation, right? Because Lip Genji, Lip Venture, these heroes aren't as good, right? So they tried to play hit scan, a lot tougher. But in this meta, if they can just put Lip on Reaper or something, I think that's a really fine hero for Lip. Like, Lip doesn't always, like, we talk about Lip Tracer is like an often discussed thing, right? Lip's Tracer is an often discussed thing, and I think when I watch Lip's Tracer, I think his decision-making is good. Like, he's a smart Tracer player, but he doesn't have, like, the same level, I guess, of, like, movement and this sort of mid-fight awareness that you need on Tracer as, like, the elite Tracers. But on Reaper, obviously he's got good aim, and it's a decision-making hero, you know? So I think actually Lip Reaper, if that's what they choose to run, will look really good. And then you add in the fact that Crazy Raccoons still have these other comps they can pull out, right? They can still play dive, they can still play ball on the maps where it's viable. That should give them a significant advantage over a lot of the Western competition. So yeah, so I don't know. I feel like even though on paper there's a lot of reasons to want to believe in Falcons, I think it's just going to be a Crazy Raccoon world. Crazy Raccoon world. And then as we go down now, I think it should just be a good met for SSG. If SSG play their game, that's the biggest question, right? If SSG play their game, I think they should be fine. This meta doesn't really favor Ents. Yeah, I think like Malga's not the strongest for Vess. If Kev is playing Echo, I think he's gonna be good at Echo, right? He's still gonna do Kev stuff. But I think all of a sudden, when you start comparing Kev Echo to Heesang Echo, to potentially Stalker Echo, to Psycho Echo, not as good, you know? Not as good. Yeah, I'm going to interview Ents later. I'm going to ask the question, but I very much expect Chase not to be available. Ooh, are we starting? Are we starting? Do I hear gameplay? We are starting gameplay. All right. Lubda Echo? I don't think Lubda's Echo's all that. I don't think he'll play it, honestly. I think Lubda will be Mr. Farah for another tournament. But for now, we can talk more about Stockholm between the breaks. But for now, let's lock in for this because it's an elimination game. Ray Momo Fishball versus Kapir Cat. And if you're not familiar with these teams, obviously Jinmu and Jimmy you might be familiar with. And if you're wondering if you've not seen the tournament so far and maybe you're hoping that Jinmu and Jimmy, they've still got it. Based on what we've seen so far, the boys still have it. They've still got it. Over on the side of Kapir Cat, Becky has been a large factor for them. Obviously, Lengsa people will be familiar with. Biliding has probably been one of the most impressive Chinese players that I've seen that I've not already been familiar with from sort of Overwatch League times. But now, though, it is first cap over to Kapir Cap. They are playing the Mauga into the Orisa, so in theory, comp advantage. The Stomp goes inside here, and Jimmy's going to have a hard time. He's getting smashed in that room. But Mauga happy to stomp here, and they are getting bulldozed in here. Mauga not scared of going in the room, not scared of fighting him, and that's a back-to-back fight win for Kapir Cat. Jinmu swapping heroes, will be a TP out of spawn. I don't know if he'll stick to the sim here. Late Young also go in Zarya, and this is a look that a lot of the Chinese teams have been trying the Zarya look, but it's sort of faded out of favor. But Late Young, he loves the Zarya. He's going to try and force his way through this choke. One bubble comes through, gets energy. Remember, if you're the Zarya comp, you need to get energy before you take a real fight. And now they're going to get pinned at this choke. This is going to be difficult. They're pushing into lots of ults. The stomp inside is massive. Cage and Ray in there. Oh my god, it's a bloodbath. If anything, it's a too expensive bloodbath, honestly. The cage would have been enough. The stomp was so big from Bilideng. They do convert that fight. Probably cost them a little bit too much. Jinmu onto the Reaper now. And just coming out of this choke, oh, look at Lengsa. Lengsa wants to go. Look at Bilideng. They want to go. But it's a rotation to the other side. Ray Momo, they see it coming. But they're still going to go. Big bash in over top. Forces for Ray. They're going to go in. Bilideng has committed past it. Going to try and focus down Jimmy. Rally to save him. Ray to save him. They bash for Blossom as well. Now they're still walking forward. Support ult's looking good. But Becky, he's copied an Ash. He's about to have a Bob to throw in here as well. Copy Bob on its way. It's going to bulldoze JY as well. Doesn't see that one coming. They've had to run to point here. Now Becky's trying to clean up these kills. He has got them. They've got the touch. They're playing for the flip. But it's Late Young versus the world. V is stuck fighting people outside. Will get a bubble actually as they get the flip. But here comes Becky. He's on the hunt. Not scared though is V trying to take the fight. But 5 HP. Becky's going to win that duel as well. They've lost Late Young on the point. This should be the point going the other way. Aprita is back. Mark and Jimmy on this flank as well. And this will be the cap going. And even they've got the Blossom coming back. They've got a trade actually from Jimmy. I think it's not enough to get him over the line here. Blossom onto point. It's a 1-for-1 trade only. And Kapir Cat, a dominant first map. What were the predictions of the end? 55% for Kapir Cat, 45% believing in Ray Momo and the J Brothers. Over onto Sanctum now. A slower map. Normally we see pokier compositions come out. We've seen people try and play Ana here. A lot more Ash. In theory, this should give Jimmy a little bit more space to play. Lei Young's actually going to go Sigma as well. We saw a little bit of this yesterday, and really Sigma into the Mauga, you expect it to look a lot like it did at Dallas, where the Sigma just wants to try and rock the Mauga after he's run, everything like that. But it's actually going to be Zarya for Bilideng to start this one. Again, I feel like this type of map should actually favor Sigma. Going to be hard for Bilideng to close the distance. We've got Becky playing Tracer here. Ray Momo, though, a really spammy composition. For now, though, Jimmy's having a bit of trouble dealing with this Tracer, and it's just no pocket for him. They're too slow to help Jimmy. No one was on that side with him. So an easy kill for Becky. Player down, and they're just bullied back here. Sloppy from Ray Momo, hanging Jimmy out to dry. And now they are pinned back in at the choke, and now they've got control of this. It's a pretty good situation. Worth noting Lexa's on the Alari, a rare hero in this meta, but this type of map, maybe one you can get away with it. Now we see swaps from Ray Momo. Genji on the side of Jinmu, Late Young on D.Va. D.Va into Zarya, not a swap you'd expect to see, but the D.Va now, it's really about going past for Zarya, getting that D.Va to connect with the Alari and the Ashe, and you can see already, legs are being put under a lot of pressure, bubbles being used defensively to try and save them, and there is Bilideng. Late Young will be repelled at this juncture. Gonna still try and go past anyway, and there we go. Jinmu from one side, Late Young from the other. They take Aprita out of the game. Now they can reset and go again. They're looking for the point force in all of this. Vazari's a little bit separated. They lose Jimmy, though, here. They need to try and find a dive timing. They're still keeping the touch going thanks to Becky, but Jinmu will chase that one down. And now Jinmu just playing above them. An absolute nuisance. Looking for the Alari here. Defensive bubble comes out, but they keep chasing him. And look at that, Late Young and Jinmu. They are just diving everyone. Bilideng trying to get out with his energy, but the whole squad is coming for him. He's still trying to go out. Has one more bubble. Will drop that bubble on himself. Now they're going to burn through the bubble. Burn through the Zarya. They get that kill. They reset the energy. Pulse Bomb's going to be thrown out there from Becky. Looking for the trade. Jinmu's not scared, though. Happy to keep taking this Genji duel against Aprita. And now very much dive DPS on the side of Kapir as well. They've kept the Zarya. I don't know if they'll keep this Zarya fully. They do have the grab though, so worth keeping. It's going to be a raid trade at choke. V's going to start it. Kivis will respond. V takes down Aprita straight away. Blade over the top. Jinmu combines that one. Takes the Juno out. And now Kapir Cat. They just can't play in their Ray. And they will finish this one off. Lengths has actually found one trade. They're still going for it here, but here comes Jinmu. Back to clean everything up. Looking for the Tracer kill here if he can as well. Does have full pocket. Late Young's with him too. And they win that raid trade with the help of the Blade. And they can keep holding this choke. They've got Bob and Rally to throw in next, but this Grav is powerful. We've seen Grav be almost, in most situations, a pretty much guaranteed fight win for a lot of these teams. We don't have anything to combo with it just yet. They're going to try and get some energy here for Billeding as well. Not using any bubbles, just trying to walk up. Has to thread this Grav through the Matrix. They've taken a lot of the map early on. Bubble now initially comes onto Aprita to take some of that space. Now they're going to turn his attention. They've lost Becky during all of this here. Billeding will be grabbing it up. Self-destruct goes out. Will it buy enough time to remake? He gets back into mech and Jinmu lives as well. Billeding dies for that. Aprita's managed to get 2 trades actually here onto the Brig and onto the Ash. Going for the Mega 2. Jinmu is chasing down. He gets the Mega. He chooses to clutch with the Blade. He's got 1. He's got 2. Aprita with 4. He takes 4 before Late Young can shut him down. But is it enough? It allows Becky to get back on point. Aprita saw a vision. 4 kills for him. And he's given his team a lifeline here. Pulse Bomb comes out. Doesn't connect onto Jimmy here. Becky will be forced back to point. But they have the flip. But look at the comp from Kapir Cat. It's a bit rough around the edges now. Lucio, Juno, Mauga. It's an all-in composition. They have got Jimmy on their mind. And they'll be getting on Jimmy. But JY, he has the rally. V, they have the raise so close. If they get in these ults, Jimmy should live. And if Jimmy lives, they should be able to trade for kills. Here comes the pressure. Looking for Jimmy. They're going to raid back in response here. Now they need to find the kills. Found the Lucio. Found the Genji. And the raid rally push back. Just overwhelming for Kapir Cat. They're trying to play their lives. Play for the clutch. Kivis just nearly have a raid. If they can get a few touches here. They can't get the touch though. I think it was Kivis who was has to get the touch. But Jimmy was staring down that angle. And Aprita, he gave his team a chance with that clutch. But it's not enough. Morning, Elf. How's the once again game? Pretty decent. It was ultimately a once again world. They did look stronger on the meta comp. But there was like a couple of the maps were close in it all. And now we're going to go over to Shrine. And Late Young wants to start the Sigma again. Billeding onto the Zarya. Zarya Reaper Echo versus Sigma Reaper Ash here. So Ray Momo, the simplest way to look at this composition is Ray Momo. They want time, they want distance, they want to play for Jimmy to take over. Kapir Cat, they don't want that option. Oh, and actually Aprita's just going to get caught by Late Young here. Billeding's going to swing onto point here, but Ray Momo Fishball, they have the advantage. And now, with that advantage, with no Reaper available, there's no one to bubble in. There's no one to TP onto Jimmy. So Jimmy will just stand strong. Looking for a late kill here onto Juno, but can't quite find it. First flip over to Ray Momo, though. Morning time. 1 bubble out for energy. Dynamite round the corner, though. Dink onto Becky, forces him back here. And you can see how much Jimmy's influencing this already when they're not able to take him out of the game. You see Jimmy as well, paranoid about Reaper TPs. He heard it going. It was just a TP for a bit of space here. Aprita needs to be the person to make these plays, to make the space. They're going to be forced out, though. No Ray for Aprita, and he will just get focused down here. And they can't close the distance. Becky's having a really hard time getting in here on this type of map. They're keeping their eyes on the sky. They're forcing him back, and they might take all the energy here from Billeding. 1 more bubble. The spawns are coming through as well. They need to be careful not to go too far. Bob's going to be used. Is Bob going off the map? See you later, Bob. What was Jimmy thinking? But Bob allows them to disengage, but gets no value other than that. And now they're pushing back. Grav comes through. It catches the Sigma. Ray to try and live, but Becky gets 1 kill in it. For Blossom to try and buy more space, but here's the rally back from Lexa. Lexa is split from his team, but he's got that rally going. They can still push back. They can collapse on the Sigma now. JY trying to keep him alive, but the rally won't do enough. He's getting overwhelmed at the choke. Now it's just Jinmu and V trying to hold on, but it'll just be a play for time, play for cap. As Becky can clean these ones up, give himself control of a point here. Aprita onto the Genji. I think it's a good swap. Now, all of a sudden, they can start to do more of these dives where instead of having to TP the Reaper in, which can be a little bit telegraphed, a little bit predictable, now they can bubble the Genji onto Jimmy, make his life hard. At the same time, they bubble the Genji onto the Ashe. They can also have Becky go on the Sigma, but it's going to be a flux to start it. Bash out. He doesn't. Oh, he does get it. He only gets the copy, though. He will cancel out the copy with that. And he's body blocked Lengtha. Lengtha was going inside. He's going to regret that one. He got... Maybe he's not actually, because we're going to Ray over the top and keep going. Aggressive from Lengtha forces a trade. A Ray to seal the deal from Kivis. And Kapir Cat will win this fight as we go into another neutral. Late Young going to take the Zarya swap. You don't need to invite him twice. And now, again, the matchup doesn't change massively. A lot of it will be about, can Ray Momo get Jimmy space to play? If they can get Jimmy space, they have a chance. But Grav Blade is coming up fast for Kapir Cat here. And they're just going to try and win this frontline fight. Keep Late Young in check. Damage onto him now. Stickies onto him. Jimmy's now taken the high ground here. One dink. Oh, can't find the finishing blow. And Pritter is in on V's, though. The bubble Genji does its job. Jimmy was safe, but the backline was not. And now a Pritter, he's looking for more. He's snaking his way around, looking for Jimmy. Jimmy's going to have to take a step back. And Kapir Cat. The momentum has swung in this map right now. Blade, Grav, Copy, Rally, all available. Ray Momo, they have a lot of ults coming back as well, but the Grav is massive here. As long as Billiden can connect onto these squishy targets, it should be guaranteed kills for him. If he lands the Grav, it might just be over. Gonna walk through underneath. Net is the Grav onto the backline. The Ray goes, but the Ray is moving away, so Becky's gonna kill them all. A Pritter over the top as well. They just drop everything on that combo. They get a few of them. Copy out from Becky as well. They're gonna rally to try and live here. JY and Late Young, they need to buy so much time. They need to play their lives. They also need to touch if they can find a way, and find a way they can't. And Kapir Cat take the first map. Ooh. All right. All right. Now we've seen Ray Momo. Can never count these guys out. The J brothers. Jimmy and Jin. They can normally find a way back into a series. And they'll have to do that here as they drop the first map. Trust you? You see WCS China next year? I hope so. I hope you're right. Yeah, I would expect, like, to... My expectations for Stockholm is we don't hear any plans of next year. You know? Like, maybe they say, like... They do, like, the Marvel end of movie thing, like... OWCS will return. But I think we'll... Details and dates, anything like that, we won't be getting. Spam Ben Frost to help Jimmy... Wait, what am I looking at? Spam Ben Bust to help Jimmy Frost. Oh, well. Jimmy, honestly, Jimmy did need a little bit of help frosting in that map, so your support is welcome. Do the Orcs have details yet? Not as far as I know, Space Jazz. Not as far as I know. Any chance of Org skins? I'd put it in the very unlikely category. Yeah, I mean, I hope it is. I think it's a good thing to have in the game. It's a good thing for teams, a way for orgs to make money indirectly. But I'd be really surprised, right? I'd be really surprised. This is also just like, it's worth saying, this isn't based on like an inside source or anything. This is just speculation from me. You think some orgs know? Maybe. I don't know. I've not heard anything. Like, the last I heard was obviously VP were quite public about the lack of information they were provided, and I've not heard anything from anyone since. You would wear a Zarya fishbowl skin? I mean, who wouldn't? Who am I interviewing from Ents? Kellex. Fine, keep your secrets, Fun Haver. Yeah, good point, Dirtmaster, you're right. When do you think they'll announce the prize pool? I think we won't know for ages, right? It's going to run to... I swear somebody... Maybe it was on Uncoachable, or like on the Uncoachable Q&A. Did someone say it's running for... It's running until December? Like the crowdfund skins, they're running until December or something? No problem, Ilo. It runs till December the 3rd. Thank you, Badder. Yeah. So, nobody knows what they're playing for at this event. Maybe we'll get an update on the prize pool. Hopefully we get an update on it, you know, but yeah. Who am I interviewing? For Crazy Raccoon, I'm interviewing Moon, their coach. And for TM, I was going to interview Quartz, but Quartz is a drongo and forgot. And then he got on a plane. So, unfortunately, TM interview not happening. Not this time around. Maybe I'll catch him in real life. I'll do a quick one on my phone or something. But yeah, TM, at least Quartz, I think, flew out last night. So I think it's the same for all of TM. TM don't have a lot of people who are, I guess, like, interview keen. Get MCD on. Yeah, I don't think MCD has the English for it, you know. Yeah, TVNT doesn't want to. There's two versions of like what you get. Is like you either get the players who are like, oh, my English isn't very good enough, which feels really reasonable, really fair enough, and you get the others who are just like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. TVNT wasn't keen to do it. A lot of events weren't that keen to do it, honestly. They're not really, I guess, content people. But Kellex always good for one. Kellex always nice enough to talk to me. So we'll get to talk to Kellex. Are you going to make Preds for Stockholm? I did it quickly earlier. If you want like the TLDR, my top 3 would be Crazy Raccoon, Falcons, SSG. Hopefully, Cuba, hopefully. Nah, Kai said he did too much content this week. Grow up. We'll see what he said. We'll see how much content he's really done. We'll see how much... I'm expecting a flood of Ents-based Kai content based on how much... Kai was like, nah, I've done too much content this week, man. He's probably done like 1.5 interviews. Alright, I should close for Preds out of respect, I guess. That's alright. Happy to talk to Kellex. Happy to talk to Kellex, so it's not a problem. Sova knows what's up. Alright, where are we? We're on King's Row. It's Ray Momo to attack, and they are doing Zarya into the Malga. They've got Reaper, they've got Ashe. Aprita is on Trace in this time, Becky on Echo, but oh, Aprita, he was going to have a lot of responsibility for trying to take Jimmy out of the game, but look, Jimmy's just on this high ground, uncontested. Can they get to him? Becky's trying to lurk his way up now. He's on his left, coming up the staircase, but I think, yeah, they know. Dynamite onto Becky, no problem for Jimmy. He's taking care of both DPS. He'll take care of this Malga too. Dodges for Stomp. I mean, to be fair, Blizzing wasn't connecting that Stomp either way. And Jimmy should get pocketed through all of this. A bubble, a pack, a little bit of Juno healing. And Jimmy really is the president right now. Protect Jimmy. And that's a quick first point here. A failed jump, but they still got the first point nonetheless. And Jimmy also getting pretty close to that Bob as this one comes in. Worth noting these 20% ahead on this Ray as well. One dink onto the Juno here. They have that Ray ready to go. They'll probably just wait for the payload to get to the choke though. Bust their way through with this, but that might just buy Kiviz enough time to get his own Ray up. 94% and counting for Kiviz. Now the Ray comes through. Kiviz still 1% away. Will have it. He's not going to do it though. He felt Billeding was too low, so they're just going to concede it. But Jinmu, he wants more. He wanted more kills, but can't get it. Aprita died on point. Allows the rest of Kapir Cat to get out. The spam worked. The spam worked. I don't think so, though. I don't think so, Fair Boop. At least not to my knowledge. Now, Ray advantage coming back for Kapir Cat. They're also going to have Cage. Their DPS ults to throw into this as well. But Late Young has the grab very soon. Eyes on Jimmy too. Last time on first point, we saw him get into a very high ground position for Navo. He's just stacked with the team. What's Lengsa doing up there? Becky's on the flank. He's going to get pushed again. Copy from Becky comes out. The Blossom, meanwhile, is used up a choke. Now the grab comes out. They're all in the grab. The Ray is moving away. Can they find the kills? They can't find the kills. But Rally helps them keep the sustain, and they win this big fight. They circumvent the grab. They just, well, I don't circumvent it. They just live it. They just tank it. The Rally, the Ray, the Malga Shout provided enough healing. And that's a really important fight for Kapir Cat. Winning the grab fight, massive for him. Absolutely massive. Surprised we didn't see Jimmy try and take a bit more of an angle there. Maybe drop the Bob from the flank as well. Guess he got caught up fighting Becky. They do come back with Rally and Bob here, but Rally and Bob versus Cage, not straightforward ult fight to win, even though you have one or the other. But Ling's going to go in here, looking for the Cage. They will all get caged in. Bob's going to get in the Cage as well. Torpedoes hit everyone. Rally up, shields up from JY. Look at JY. Shields up the entire time. Just pocket your team with that Rally. Don't worry too much about the damage. Don't worry too much about the bashes and swinging. Just use the full shield to pocket them through. He does exactly that, and that allows them to beat the Cage. And now the payload's moving. They've got a Juno and an Echo behind here. But what's the play? Can they get the touch from the other side? Billing might have to int for it. Remember, because the Juno's behind, Billing doesn't have full pocket onto this. So Pritter's going to go on. But they've only got Brig healing on point. They're trying to come back now. But Jimmy, he's got eyes on it. Ray will be dropped as well. Can Jimmy find the kill onto any of these targets? He can. JY's just swinging on point, cleaning that one up as well. And that'll be straightforward for Ray Momo. They won King's Row when they picked it yesterday. And it looks like they're set for a pretty good time here as well. Now they've got Jimmy on this high ground. And who's going to do something about Jimmy on this high ground? Billiting's going to go on to Zarya. Do they do Genji as well? Choosing to keep the Reaper. I feel like the Genji swap really gave Jimmy a hard time on the previous map. TP onto the high ground. Copy Reaper comes out as well. 2 Reapers on the high ground now for Kapir Cat. TP in from Becky, looking for more. We'll take this duel with Jimmy. Jimmy's just going to try and duck and dive, give him the slip. But now the Blossom is charged up and Becky will drop it. The copy does its job. They clear the high ground with a double Reaper. And the Becky Blossom to finish it. Now, Ray and Rally available again. Blossom for Kapir Cat. A chance to counterplay this grab. Becky's actually going to force an early Wraith here as well, so that will slow him down. They got to deal with this Reaper above them too. Legs is actually above him as well. Legs has got this Rally as well. They're playing so aggressively. Grab will be thrown out onto Billiton. Can they survive? Rally in front. Shields up now from Lengsa. Walking forward. Pockets that Blossom in as well. And they deal with the grab. Well played by Kapir Cat there. They walk up. They bait their Zarya, so it's only their Zarya in the grab. And then the Blossom, the Rally, it comes in to save and relieve the pressure so they can pocket Billiton through it. Now they'll go back to a more defensive choke, but they have the grab for this next one here. They had to bubble a Preacher early, but there's the grab. The grab's big as well, and oh, they're just going to die to it here. Just going to die to it. Didn't use anything in response, Ray Momo. So they have got support ult advantage coming back, and they've even got a Bob to start the fight. And it's looking solid for Kapir Cat all of a sudden after a bit of a disaster on the first 2 points. This time, Ray Momo are coming top. They want to get this Reaper out before they go here. They will chase a Preacher out. No Wraith available. Speed Ring used as well to help a Preacher get out of that one. Now they're pushing with their support ults here. Bob maybe to start it too. Just TP back into that high ground. Difficult position. Here comes for Bob. Ray used in response as well. Rally 2 from JY as they walk forward. But no, Jinmu goes in too deep. The copy Reaper is too much. Becky's got another one cooking. He's got the Blossom. Here it comes. The shield is not enough. Becky's Blossom does it again. They match the Ray. They absorb the Ray Rally timing. And Kapir Cat just used 2 ults versus 3 there as well. They're a little bit dry for this next one. They'll have a Rally soon, but again, a Preacher. He stays on this high ground. They have to burn cooldowns to use him. And now watch, a Preacher's just going to TP back to the high ground when they drop. He's just walking around even. Whoa, a TP Blossom from Jinmu. Whoa, 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 whoa. Impatience here from Ray Momo. Jinmu just trying to force it through there. Spotted an opportunity, but they just absorb it. Ray Momo seems to be a little bit short of ideas here. Jimmy's going to swap onto the Echo here. Jimmy onto the Cass. Grabs in play for both. But they've got a Blossom to go with it. Early bubble onto a Pritter. He will get grabbed, actually. Are they just going to accept this? No, they're going to rally to live. Lex is going to get a bubble, but his shield just gets burned. But a bigger grab. They're 2 down. Can they kill him for grab? They're so low. Billading free with the right click. The grab is massive. They turn the fight. Send them back to spawn one more time. It looked like Ray Momo had their opening. They killed 2. They punish the bubble from Billading, but then Billading's grab does all the damage. Now Becky hiding close with this copy as well. Do they know? Oh, they most certainly do not know. Becky is invisible. He's looking for the Juno. Full sticks. Beam doesn't quite connect. Gets the kill. Gets the copy. And Bridger's gone forward with Blossom. Well, they dealt with that. And they are just getting spawn camps at the end of it. What a turnaround on third point from Kapir Cat. What a good turnaround. Honestly, King's Row, a map Ray Momo have had a lot of success on. I'm a little bit surprised, right? Because when we saw Ray Momo have success on this yesterday, it was playing Zarya, it was playing Farret, it was playing Widow. And a bit of Ashe as well for Jimmy. It was really a much more spammy comp. Whereas this time, they've just been running the Reaper version, and it feels like Jinmu's impact, it feels like Jinmu's been anonymous in this whole King's Row. And really, every time I think to Ray Momo's success historically, it's all about the J brothers. The J brothers just taking turns to carry their team. But on the Reaper, Jinmu has been anonymous. Jimmy's been contained a lot by this as well. And they're just... Kapir Cat, they're winning the macro fights. They're winning a lot of these ult trades. Billadeng, really looking the real deal as well. On multiple heroes. Yeah, I think, honestly, I think you're right, Corpse. Either put him on Pharah or put him on Genji. These are the heroes Jinmu excels at. These are the ones he carries on. Get him on those heroes. Billading going to go Mauga here, potentially. Will be Ashe, Genji, Zarya now from Ray Momo. This now feels a little bit more like the Ray Momo I like. The Ray Momo that has captured the hearts. Let's see if they can get it going here. Starting on the high ground. Jinmu playing on the ground now in the statue area. But Jimmy, he's swinging back. Looking for damage. Looking for any dink he can hit. Jinmu is ready to capitalize on. Jinmu will be playing his top left position. Becky's going to try and get him out. Deflect is sent his way. Trying to hold that ground. Has to be careful, Becky, swinging into Jinmu's line of sight. Aprita and Billading, they've actually got underneath and they catch Jinmu. Now the Mauga's coming up. Lei Young might regret that aggressive bubble. Here they come. Stomp in onto the backline here. Brig is so low. Jay White's going to fall. And Billading just walking in, shoving both guns in Lei Young's face and pulling the trigger. And Kapir Cat, they clear the space. Let me allow that for you, Fovai. They clear the space near Kapir Cat, a well-structured fight. Clear the space, take the angles away, get the Genji out of position. And then they can set that Mauga to run over the Zarya there. Jinmu is going to be making his way onto the Mei now. Making me work overtime in the mod. Wall comes out. Doesn't catch anyone though. Reaper can TP out. Becky is in behind though. He's killed Jinmu and he's copied for Zarya. Here comes the Mauga. Mauga's going to get bubbled in. That's a scary sight. Lei Young's going to try and kite forward with Jinmu, but he's just running in to die on payload. And Becky, he's found the opening, and Kapir Cat. Momentum is their way. Very efficient fight ultimately as well. Just for copy invested in that one. Now Kapir Cat, they're going to have their support ops coming up. They've got this Mauga cage. They've got the Blossom to drop in on the top of it as well. And Ray Momo, they're getting close to a lot of ults. But really, I think the big one that Ray Momo need is this Blizzard. Because if you get caged, but then you can Blizzard, suddenly the Blizzard becomes more scary for the team that's caging rather than your own team. Jimmy just caught on his choke now. They're going to raid to start it. Stomp comes in. Cage comes in. Jinmu getting so close to it. Can he find him? But Blossom just pulls the trigger. Now it's just Jinmu versus the world. Didn't quite have the Blizzard in time, so the raid trade comes through, but the Cage Blossom over top seals the deal. And this should be a very quick second point. And Kapir Cat are wasting no time at all, are they? Widow now from Jimmy. They need an almighty hold. Look when this yellow box is. It is not far at all. They have the Blizzard, they have the Grav, they have the Rally. They have ults to win a few fights here, Ray Momo, but 5 minutes is a long time. Grav will come out onto the Reaper here. Kills Reaper after the Wraith. Blizzard invested as well. Mauga's going to stomp out of it. He is very separated, so they will kill the Mauga as a result of that Blizzard. But using the Grav and using the Blizzard, it's a short-term solution. But they've got 5 minutes to worry about. They've got 5 minutes to worry about. And Aprita is going to go match Jimmy right now. Oh wait, he's not. He was only looking for that pick from spawn. Now Copy Zarya comes in round the corner here. But JY does have a rally to respond with here. Lexa has a rally of his own, but this Copy Zarya is going to cause him problems. Becky wants the Grav. Becky's blossoms have been massive, but can the Grav get it done? But Lexa gets taken down. Rally out, but the Grav is there from Becky. But Link's going to be able to kill Zarya with it as well. Maywall comes out. Jinmu buys him time, but the cap goes through during all of this. And it's a Kapir Cat world. My God. Ray Momo dropping their own map pick. This play of the game will probably be... This will be the Grav at the end, right? Look at it. It'll be this right click. 3 for 1 on this right click. There we go. 3 for 1 on that one. Becky there to help out as well. Finish it off. Complete the 5 kill. And Kapir Cat, 2 map lead in this series. Ray Momo, we've seen him scrap back into series before, but this one's looking tough. What do we spam for the reverse sweep? It's because you guys stopped spamming. When we were spamming the Ben Bus to help Jimmy Thrust, they captured first and second point in no time. And then you stopped spamming it, and it all fell apart for him. So, honestly, this one's on you, chat. This one's on you. Like, look at these. This is what was happening when you guys were spamming the Ben Bust. And then you stopped. And then as soon as Becky realized there was no more thrust coming from Jimmy, he just decided to take over. Is it comebackable? Not with this type of... I think, honestly, Ray Momo should go back to just, like, Farah Ash or something. Farah Ash, Jinmu on the Genji, maybe. I can understand how he doesn't really want to play Genji into, like, a Zarya Echo, and that feels really annoying. But just go Farah. I know he doesn't really want to play Farah into the Echo either, but, I don't know, I still feel it's better for him. I think, like, Ray Momo, their success has always come through their DPS. They need Jinmu and Jimmy on their best heroes. Maybe the May's not awful, but, yeah, but one fight they did have for May, they just sort of wasted the Blizzard in it. So they didn't even get a lot of that sort of ult turn. Why is Ray Momo not playing on Ray Momo? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. Oh wait, did I start the Preds for the next map, or am I phoning it in? Looks like I'm phoning it in. I'll start the map 3 Preds now. There we go. Alright, anyone believe in the J Brothers reverse sweep? Yeah, Ray Momo not only isn't on this team, he was actually in another team in this tournament that I think they either didn't make it out of groups or they... Oh, these are my predictions, by the way. Didn't make it out of groups or went out quite early. Oh, yeah, Ray Momo was on the Raft team with Color Hex. Yeah, they got knocked out. Was it like they went out in lower brackets? Yeah, right here where Raft went out. If anyone was curious, these were the predictions. I can probably actually get rid of this arrow to avoid confusion. Oh fuck! I actually threw. All right, you guys will remember him. It was Crazy Raccoon on top. Crazy Raccoon on top. Nope, not time to play. Apologise for marbles. Nah, you're stretching for that one, surely. Stretching for that one. Nope. 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 So I'm just going to think out loud here while you guys type play into the void. So I think... Where's my pen? Epic pen. Pen? Where's my pen? There's my pen. So I think today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. So I think I do Junk Buck interview today. Who else? I release Junk Buck maybe after this stream. It'd be a Junk Buck wheat situation. And then on Thursday I do Moon, Kellex, Kasaurus. Did it get PGE? No. Yeah, but Hunter's always hanging out with PGE. Every time I see him streaming, always hanging out with PGE and flats. Should get a channel reward for marbles. I'm worried people are too rich, Archie. I feel like we'll just be stuck in playing marbles all night. And as far as I know, no. I'm doing my interview with Kellex later, but I'm pretty sure they don't. I'll confirm it. I'm going to ask in the interview as well. So we'll know for sure, but as far as I understand, no. Hey, Cass. It is Fefe. So the police are... I've sent the police for logs from this chat, so expect a visit from the old Popo very shortly in a lot of your futures. Explain that one to your local law enforcement. Yeah, they're about to thanks, Baldy Catcher. Who is it? Who's Baldy Catcher? In my head, the Baldy Catcher is like, do you guys remember, what was that film called? With the child catcher, was it Bedknobs and Broomsticks? No. What was that film? Like set in Victorian times, child catcher. What film am I thinking of, chat? I'll cast the game. You guys figure it out. You guys figure out what reference I'm trying to make. If not, we can Google it afterwards. Alright, it's Sigma versus Zarya. Ray Momo got Jinmu back on the Farah. No, there's like a... I'll get you the reference. I'll get you the reference. For now, though, they're just getting run over, and Ray Momo onto the Farah, but same old story. They're just getting run over in the front line here. Expect Late Young probably just to mirror the Zarya, I think, after this. Yeah, there we go. Straight onto the Zarya mirror. Let me find it. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Thank you. Yes, Helven. Yes, there we go. Come on, guys. Oh, I'll close the pred. And then we can all watch, we can watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang after this. Alright. On the back foot, though, are Ray Momo, but they have made the swaps over. Echo coming out, Ash coming out, Zarya coming out. So very slightly different comp. Well, very slightly different comp. What was that sentence? But a much more even footing. Aprita is going to dive in, gets the bubble, will be forced back. Jimmy has managed to swing quite aggressively for a while now, but Aprita, look at him getting in on the flank here, looking for it, but he takes loads of damage, has to dash back to the Ray, but this Ray is still overloading Bulleting. V didn't quite have it in time. Ray advantage for Cap here, will seal the deal for the fight. And they're going to get Cap already, and this has been the tale of the series so far. Kapir Cat just have the advantage in this mirror. Now coming up, Ray advantage for V coming back, but we are looking at it's like a 9 ult this one. 9 ult grabs maybe on the slow side of it. You can see right now Becky is on a big flank with this copy. He's going to get spotted out by Jinmu, so we're back up to his team. Ray Push has come out. Lexa wants to live with the rally. Kivitz is awfully low, but they have managed to stabilize and get out in the room here. So they've traded 1 for 1, but JY nearly has a rally of his own. So Ray Momo, they can keep going, but a blade in the back doesn't quite have the rally yet. Poco, aka Jimmy, will go down. Now the rally comes out, will allow JY to survive, but he needs help in the front. Billarding is just beaming everyone. Lexa's got the full pocket on him, and a little bit late with some of these ults, a little bit slow to respond. Copy and Rally get no value from Ray Momo. And now they're on the back foot. Grav was found during all of that as well. So again, Ray Momo, they have a significant ult advantage now. They've got the Grav, they've got the Bob, but look at the meters on the board. High beam on Billarding, just keeping him back. And Becky's caught V before the fight. Has to be illegal. And now look at Billarding just walking forward. Oh, it's a collapse. It's a Ray Momo collapse. Copy from Becky. Double Genji in play. They still have the Grab. They still have the Bob. But they have to fight their way out of spawn. Becky's dashing the spawn door. He might regret that one. Will be able to get bubbled out. And they have space now. Lei Young's looking for that grab. The grab has connected. They've caught Lexa close. They should be able to clean up these kills. There we go. Jinmu with the double dash through to finish it. Jinmu is now just on Genji. Takes care of that one. And Ray Momo, they get themselves back. But it's a long road. This is just the first step in a very long road back in this series. 6 minutes to do it in, but 128 meters down. Jinmu onto the Genji now. Matching a Preta. Again, difficult into the Echo, but I think the Genji Echo matchup isn't that bad. Bob will come out now from Jimmy, just trying to play the frontline battle here. Jimmy swung with it, but have they found anything? They have been able to play through the front. Oh, the Ray comes through from Kivitz. He might regret this one. Can they clutch? Lexa's traded one, but Kivitz is not in it at all. Jinmu is chasing this Juno all the way, dancing around the edge. Juno's so slippery. Jinmu can't get him. He's ducking, he's diving. Jinmu with the dash, but Briggs here now as well. Jinmu's not going to finish his kill. Lexa's here. He needs help. Kivitz, king of the coast. He won't go down. He won't go down. He's just broken every one of Jinmu's ankles on that one. Oh, it looked like it was going to go their way. They get the kill with the Bob, and then the Raven comes out, so it looks like they can win that difficult fight. Now Jimmy's going to go Reaper. Grav in the hands of Billardeng as well. He has been ruthless with him so far. Now they're going to rally from the flank. Lexa looking for that one. The grab is big. Lexa might be setting up a big bash here as well. There we go. There's all the damage. Ray came out from V to try and live, but they did not. And now they'll get a late kill onto V, and they're pushing in with both DPS ults to finish this one cap it cat. This could be a full cap. Ray Momo, they need to land these ultimates. They need their rally to survive. They really could probably do with Late Young to get to this grab as well. Dash in, trying to force the copy, but Becky's just avoided him right now. Might even turn onto Jinmu. Now the blade comes through. A Preacher's just going to turn on the Reaper here. No Wraith will finish that kill. Rally out from JY. Jinmu's going to try and turn with the blade. Needs kills, gets one. Looking for more. Will get a slash onto Lexa. Lexa's awfully low, but Jinmu has to play his life. They have stabilized here, but it's not over yet. Focus now onto the Zarya fight. Lexa's going to try and get involved. Jinmu is still behind. Now the Grav is dropped. The Grav will finish this fight for him. You can see Ray Momo. They wanted to not have to use that Grav. They know they've got a long way back in this series, and they need to make the most out of all their ults. They didn't want to use it, but it just felt on the edge in that fight. And now we'll get a reset onto the middle area. Jimmy will TP forward to try and force back a Pritter back. Ray is available for Kivitz. V doesn't quite have it yet. This 14% could be big if Cap pull the trigger quickly. Ray Momo have to respect this. They have to make sure they get this Ray. Just trading ults for now. Walking forward, Ray will come out. V has it as well. Ult will be responded with now. Jimmy nearly has the Blossom. If he can get to this Blossom, it could be the finisher, but they just lost their backline, but backline didn't move with the Ray. Oh, disaster for him here. Jimmy's not going to invest the ultimate. They'll need it for the next fight here. And every time they get back to mid, they just get reset one more time by Ray Momo, or Ray Momo do. Now they have the Blossom still. But into a copy, into a grab, into a rally. Compare Cat. They've been knocking on the door rule map, but this could just be the final blow. Jimmy needs kills with this Blossom. They're going to try and take it forward, actually, so they might buy themselves a second fight if they need it as well. Jimmy trying to find his way in, runs into the Genji, has to Rayfo, getting forced back. V's just going to get focused down by Becky and Billarding. Now the Blossom, it comes out, but it does nothing. Length's just going to mark that one. They are run over here, and that was just the rally they used. JY, last to die, does have a rally coming back, but I don't think they even touch. No, it's just over. And Cap here, Cap. Clap 'em. Ray Momo have been obliterated there. Oh, wow. Whitey seems running Zarya. It's not the worst in this meta. I think it does ultimately lose to Mauga. We've seen the teams who are doing better in this tournament running more Mauga. But Late Young and Billarding are both very proficient on the Zarya. So they try. I think both teams try and lean into it where they can. You're not wrong, Space Jazz. That was not a close 3-0. Not for any extended period of time, homers. Like, I think people have tried it at times. But never really consistently. Yeah, once again played start of today against Haejuk Dan, the Korean team. And that was a rough one, right? That was rough. All right, let's get... So we're going to watch Kapir Cat play again, this time against the loser of the upper bracket final, which was Haejuk Dan, which is Mag, Zes, Skewed, MN3. People I imagine a lot of people are quite familiar with. Whoa, 20-minute break? I guess because that series was over so quickly. Whew. All right, let me leave you with this Chinese slop then. I might go grab a drink and maybe even grab a lunch. Should I have an early lunch? 11:16? You watch this Chinese slop, and I'll be... I'll be back with some food and some more water. Enjoy your slop.
我只能杀个不停。是任务时间。你在看什么？
有我保护，屏障启动，
谢谢你。
随意开火吧！
一个字。
冰墙升起来吧！
亚特卡，宇宙的力量在我体内涌动。
Good slot.
刚才真是好险。
总得有人热热场。时已到。
All right, I'm locking in for the slop. I'm slopping in.
还没到你倒下的时候。
Oh, big res. Glock's out. Big anti.
我只是个医生，
Oh,
偶尔创造奇迹而已。守住目标点。
we can keep watching the slop. Oh.
倒计时
Oh, what editing? No, that's actually that's actually good as fuck.
释放你的怒火吧！
我觉得充满了力量。
This song is also perfect, right? This is like a proper frag movie song. Oh, pass for shield. 2 for 1 fire strike.
一名负责该网站上同样。
Oh, secret agent. This is like V's on Runa Sappi. Oh, me on hog. No. It is a frag movie. Oh, wow. Production value on this one. Hockey. I don't know what's happening. We just seen this. Linza. They love the sound effects.
Get over here!
It's just Tracer getting rolled. Our Stoonfist time. No way it's gonna happen to him again. It's not gonna happen to him again. There's no way. He sees him, he sees him! Oh, he misses all his cooldowns. Tension. Tension! Dash him, you know you want to. He still dies from a Famma hammer. Oh no! Oh! Oh, now YMCA is starting. Now it's gonna get good. Bring 6v6 back, they said. Oh my god, what a sleep. Oh, Ajax! Free! And the whole gap at the end! Daughters for pain? Of a hook? For Primal? Into the high noon? Oh, that's actually insane. Everything lines up. No way. No way. No way! That's how you deny touch. That's how you deny touch. Classic Shadow Blossom. Oh, we're gonna see some arms. Is that the Spark skin? Backline taken care of. Everyone off the bridge. Taya. Oh no. What's the Sigma gonna do? Oh. This one again? Deja vu? Is that a Ryan movie? I hope it's a Ryan movie. Pin montage. The music's like slightly too quiet compared to the sound effects. Big flux.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What am I watching? It can happen. It can happen. Wait. Guys, my Anna has brain damage. Off. What's he got? A flank visor? He keeps considering the flank. Visor flank? Visor window? Oh, now we've got YMCA going. I didn't realize YMCA was such a big song in China.
Nope. Surprise, motherfucker.
Fuck. So many. The nice thing is how many relatable clips there are, you know?
Get over here!
No. Oh. Guess we'll watch some Overwatch then. I guess we'll watch some Overwatch, eh? If we must. Slop pilled now. It's giving you the appetite for it as you do it. Only here for the slop. Yeah, I actually forgot to eat. I was so locked in, I forgot to eat any of my burrito. I was so slopped in, as they say. Do you ever just find yourself watching slop that you forget to eat and drink and just slowly wither away into nothing? Hmm. I mean, it was good, wasn't it? I wonder how easy it is to find takeaway burrito, takeaway. I kind of had nothing in, and because I'm traveling tomorrow, I thought, nah, fuck it, I'll just get a burrito. Predictions still open if you got 8 minutes left on the Preds if you still wanna bet. It's actually quite interesting, right? Because I think if we look at this tournament, Hajuk Dan, once again, feel like the favourites on paper. But Kapir Cat, they've been impressive, haven't they? I don't know, I feel like Kapir Cat have been leveling up throughout this lower bracket. So I'm hoping Kapir Cat, as the underdog, I'm kind of rooting for them, you know? Alright, let's do it then. Hajuk Dan, Kapir Cat. Lower bracket final winner gets to play in the grand final tomorrow against once again. Loser is just out. Loser is just out. No, Predator still up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 71% Korean believers. We'll change title. Shit. You're right, you're right. I'm gonna miss my first fight now. Hey, Juk, damn. Alright, good shout, Zelko. And it looks like it's Mauga v Mauga. Reaper Echo versus Reaper Echo. Billy has taken so much damage early on here. Beam to try and finish him off. Can they heal him through it? They cannot quite do it. 4v4, but tank advantage for Haejik-tan. They just need to stabilize around Mag now. Aprita considering it, but Kapir Cat probably wisely taking a back step right now. Drop onto Aprita. They force that Wraith. Mag wants to keep chasing it though. Looks for the stomp. Doesn't quite find it. TP out from Aprita. He gets away with that one. And Militang is back here. They're challenging before flip. Lots of damage onto Mag as well. Kapir Cat not done yet. Ray's getting awfully close. Kivis is actually slightly ahead of Skewed right now. And they have control of a point. TP in from Aprita will get out of that one as well. And first flip goes the way of Kapir Cat. Mag will stop back in, but they're all quite far away. Aprita again got himself behind, being sneaky. MN3 trying to battle it through. Here comes for Ray. Skewed doesn't quite have it yet, but the Blossom from MN3. He finds a way through. Copy and Ray. Becky wants to clutch. Becky doesn't quite get the Blossom value. No. Full 6 on, but Zest will deal with it. Oh. Becky saw the clutch opportunity, but Skewed got the Ray just in time. MN3's Blossom. He had a stinker of a Blossom in that very last New Junk City. But for the most part, MN3's Blossoms have been very good. Very good. And that one there buys him just enough time to get that Ray up. And once the Ray is up, if he can stay in the Ray, your chances of winning skyrocket. Now, Hope is going to catch Aprita, actually. Now the Stomp to keep chasing. Brig has been separated here. Lexer is on the run. He's getting hunted down. He accepts his fate. And a quick win there. No ults invested at all. As we're going to go into a cage v cage fight next. Rallies will be up for both teams. And it'll be Blossom for Aprita versus Copy from Zest. So most of the time with this Copy in this situation, you're probably normally going to copy the Reaper once the Reaper blossoms just to sort of save yourself. Aprita, again, trying to be very active with these TPs, trying to take a lot of space for his team. Has his Wraith Force Boat as they come through. They're going to try and poke Zest out. Copy Mauga in play. Now double Mauga. Coming the way of Kapir Cat. Billiding is going to run away. Mag tries to find the stop timing. They disengage this Copy though. They're trying to. At least Aprita stuck in the corner though. Will get focused down. Rally not in time to save him. But a big stop from Billiding. He's put him in a cage. Mag will respond. Double cage in play for Haejik-tan. And the double cage is doing a lot. Keeps them all up there. Big ult fight goes the way of Haejik-tan. And we're approaching last fight territory. Rays and Blossoms. Oh, they want to pause. Haejik-tan need to pause. Pause will come through. So Haejik-tan should be in a pretty good position to close this fight out. Or close this round out, I should say. Felt like so far, Aprita trying to be very active with these TPs, trying to get in and take space, get opposite angles behind the enemy Mauga. Help his team walk in. But he's getting his cooldowns forced very quickly. And then without Wraith, you saw there, just in that last ult trade, they're able to punish him without Wraith. When that Reaper doesn't have Wraith, that will often be the go trigger for the Maugas to try and use their Stomp, try and punish that lack of cooldown. Meanwhile, MN3 seems to be playing it, again, maybe a little bit flankier, a little bit less direct, I guess would be the way to say it. Working for Haejik-tan so far. Interesting to see Zest is now leaning out of the Echo, or leaning out of the Sombra rather, and just taking the Echo Mirror. It says MN3 is the one having the issue. I unfortunately don't know what the words mean. Mouse issue? Thank you, Ziz. Okay. You know what? When they say mouse issue, you know what it will be? He didn't charge his mouse. Yeah, look at that mouse battery issue. Forgot to charge his mouse. Every time somebody will forget to charge their mouse before a big match. Every time. And now, have to nail this retake Kapir Cat. They'll have the Ray and they have the DPS ults to do it. They do have ult advantage in this fight. They have a chance here. Not seen Viper play, no. Drop onto point now from a Pritter. Takes no sickies, will D-peek. Looking to set this one up. They have the Ray skewed. Has it in time, but Billiding is awfully low as this comes in. Billiding's going to try and stomp in. That's risky. MN3 with the Blossom in. A Pritter tries to drop it afterwards. But MN3, the damage is done first. Becky has copied the Reaper. He's got a bit of pocket, but he's got so much to do. Becky's on the flank. He's trying to make something happen. Opener's just going to try and play his life when this all happens. Becky is out of copy. No more touches to be had. And Hajuk Dan take this first map. Well, first round, I should say. But yeah, no, haven't seen Viper play. Haven't seen an appearance. I mean, not really a meta for him, ultimately. Over to Shrine. Looks like we're going to be getting more of the same. You think it's Chris Fury? Well, shit. What's my favourite flavour gum? I'd normally just have mint. Normally just mint. Nothing fancy. Alright, here we go. TP onto the high ground here. TP from both. And then both onto a Reaper swap. Blue. Just trying to find this early damage here. Zest trying to swing wide. Doesn't find anything. Aprissa taking a bit more damage on MN3 right now. Both playing opposite sides on this pillar. Billiding will try and put some of that pressure on. The Echoes are locked in their own little battle over on the side here. Both playing very far, just trying to snipe each other. Now moving around the corner. Trying to find an opening, trying to find a punish. And they have bullied Hajuk Dan back a little bit here. And they are going to try and force the cap. TP in from MN3 to try and gain some of that space back. But now a chance to push back forward for Repreta. Wraith advantage for him. And Becky's won the duel. Now player advantage. Legs are moving forward there. And that TP from MN3 really didn't work out for them. As soon as that Wraith was punished, or Wraith was used by MN3, even though they wouldn't directly kill MN3 when he had no Wraith, because they had that Wraith advantage, suddenly that just empowers Billiding to be more aggressive. Aprita knows he can take a bit of a liberty, take an extra step forward. Now coming back, support ult slightly closer for Kapir Cat here. So Hajuk Dan, they need to take their time on this. They're going to try and stomp to clear the Reaper. Clear the Reaper they will. They get a bit of space, but need to be careful. Support ult up faster for Kapir Cat. Ray comes through first. They're going through. Bash onto the Blossom. MN3 cancelled out. Now the copy from Becky going as well. They want all the cleanup kills. Hunting this Juno down. Blossom just for show from Becca's. And they used free for that. Just in exchange for Blossom, so it was a very expensive one for Kapir Cat. Now, if I'm Kapir Cat, I'm starting to think I need to get creative with it. I need to make it messy. Because if I don't, Hajuk Dan have the ults here, the support ult advantage just to win. Coming back. Walking around the corner, Ray will be used first by Skewed as they try and walk forward. Billiding, keeping it loose, keeping it wide, will get the Mega. Can come back in with Cage here. They've kind of kited out, but no, Lexa can't get away. Player down now. Opener still has this rally too. Stomp comes back in, looking for it. Preacher is 1 HP though. Just trying to force out another ult if they can, but it doesn't look like it will be coming. Just the Ray conceded there. Yeah, I think for the most part, this is very much what is expected. I think we'll see some DPS variety, and there'll still be dive maps, etc. at Stockholm. But this is going to be probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular, versions of the comp at least. Swinging out wide is Kapir Cat, coming back in his coast side for the retake. They'll get a bit of space. Cage and Blossom available. Echo Jewel in the skies, and Becky can't get pocketed through it. Zest has the advantage there. Now player advantage, and look at Zest's angle. He's pumping damage into Aprita from behind. They're going to try and go forward. Stomp comes in, but Mag follows him. Hits the big stomp onto Billiding. Blossom to try and turn it from Aprita. It gets one. Can they get more? MN3, no Wraith. Looking for the finishing kill. Aprita's got two. TP's towards the Mega. Gets himself in that room. Does manage to live here. They conceded the flip, but Aprita's ready to start walking again, trading onto this Malgra Mag. has to concede a little bit of space. Doesn't have the full support here. They just want to deny the flip. Zest is going to drop that copy onto the Reaper, and this will hold for point now. But Capir Cat, they knew it was coming. They just wanted to force that ult and live, and they have managed to live. Zest can't really go for more. Look how far back Capir Cat are, and Zest is just going to have to preserve his own life. A copy for free means that Capir Cat will have copy advantage into this next fight. Not only copy advantage, but they also have Ray advantage here. They just have to care MN freeze Blossom. Lecter was able to bash the previous one. He needs to do the same here. Zest nearly caught on that swing. Reaper's got a really kind hitbox when trying to kill it. As the Ray comes in, Cage committed as well. Copy Mal getting the hands from Becky. There's the copy from Billedeng as well. Blossom comes out from MN3, deals with one of the copies, but the Ray, the Cage, it's too much. Maybe Mag is awfully low. He's still swinging. Opener's going for it. It supports. It's a 2v2. But one team has an Echo. Becky should be able to clean this one up. He's got Pocket now. He needs to find the kill. Opener tries to make a move to win the game, but ends up getting caught. Skew's going to get caught on the way out here. And now Capir Cat, they have control of the point. Hajaktan, they have one more chance at it. But look at this. One more chance, but they have the Ray. But Skewed, he's only just spawning. They've had to go Lucio. Skewed still spawning. Will Skewed ever spawn? He's spawned now, but they need to delay. Zest needs to get multiple touches here. They need time for this Ray. Skewed is nearly back. Mag goes in. He needs this Ray immediately. He's killed Becky. Now the Ray is coming. It's all coming up for Hajaktan right now. Now with the Ray on point, it's just overwhelming. Blossom from a Preacher is shut down. They saw it coming there. And Hajaktan, they buy time for Skewed to respawn. And that will seal the map for Hajaktan. Capir Cat battling for him there. Yeah, Becky got hit by the slam. He must have done, right? He must have done. I can't see. I mean, you'll see it a lot. Like the more and more Malga we see, you'll kind of realize that actually, the stomp can be such a clutch ability, you know? If you can land these stomps, crucial times, something like that, it just swings a fight massively if you find the right stomp, right time. Alright, let me do the predictions for this. Hajaktan, the winner of that map. And let's get map 2 up. Map 2 up. Cool, just gonna dip to the toilet and then I'll be ready. Hit down time. It's already Giga Clutch. NEL Grand Finals map 7 for us with Big Malga Stomp. Yeah, I mean, it's such like a... It's the sort of thing that if you're playing this type of mirror, you just have to be constantly aware of those Malga Slam timings. If anyone gets caught, your Brig, your Reap, anyone, your Echo. It should be Echo should be the hardest one to catch in theory. Yeah, let's see. We probably have time.
Yeah, I mean, they're going for the contest, and it seems to have backfired with Zoro going down.
Oh, wow.
I say this, Tori's still alive right now. The spawns, they're better. I say the spawns are better. Are you going to be forced to pop the... No.
Let's see it again. Two-man stomp, right?
It seems to have backfired with Zoro going down.
Yeah,
I say this,
Kiri, they both had ult as well.
Right
both had ult.
The spawns, they're better. I say...
Hitori World. Alright, Midtown. In theory, this is the sort of thing you can change the comp a little bit if you want. If you want to play more of the Ashe and more of a Pharah, things a little bit spammier, and there's a bit more room for it if you want to lean into the hit scam. For the most part, I think Hayjuk Dan, they're pretty set in what they want to play. It feels like MN3 has been playing almost exclusively Reaper. Zest now playing more of the Echo, bit of Sombra. It was Hayjuk Dan winning the first map. What are we talking about the patch? The this tournament we're watching now is on the live patch, but the Stockholm patch is going to be the patch before, but the meta is going to be the same for what it's worth. And all right. Yep, no changes from Hayjuk Dan. There on the defense. Reaper Echo. No reason to change it, right? It was working. Maybe Kapir Cat are going to opt for a change on the Zarya. We've seen Billeding do a lot, but Zarya into Mauga seems to be something that has been decreasing over time as we go through this tournament. We'll see what Billeding sticks on the rollout. 15 seconds left if you want to get your predictions in. Kapir Cat about to wake up. All right, let's see it then. 40% of people still believe in Kapir. Oh, wow. Kapir actually jumped to favorites at the end. Closing. Kapir believers on this one. Billeding is on the Zarya. Made it work in the previous series. But Hayjuk Dan have been having success. Bubble in onto the Reaper, straight onto Nat Juno. Forces him back, clears some space. Needs to get a Preacher out here, but the stomp to follow it. Mag ready to camp and punish Nat Wraith. Now forces him back and they run over the Zarya afterwards there. Well played by Mag. Punishes a Preacher trying to go so deep. You can see the idea Kapir Cat wanted. They want to get Becky into a flank. And they want a Preacher to maybe TP onto the same target, try and kill backliners. It has been something Becky's been able to do fairly consistently through this tournament, is get onto these backliners and just find these kills. But look at Opener and Zest. They are paying Becky a lot of attention, a lot of respect. Bubble had to use defensively there just to absorb the stickies. Trying to get Billeding back up to this energy after his previous death. But you can see Hayjuk Dan happy to play in this sort of slow and pokey fight. Just try and keep Becky in check. Make sure that Reaper can't close the distance on them. Now they're going to try and swing. A Preacher walking up, taking some damage here. But MN3 holding this off angle, just forcing them back. But there it is. Becky in the back, combined with the torpedoes. They catch skewed before anything happens. And now Becky, no recall, but joining up with Billeding. And the Tracer provides the opening here for Kapir Cat. Becky on Tracer, making it work for his team. Hayjuk Dan, they're trying to preserve their lives here. They want to play for the recontest. Zest is here, trying to bait out the stickies. Recall has been burned. Becky's going to keep fighting it, though. Copy spent by Zest now onto the Reaper. Most of the way to that Blossom. Going to try and get back to his Juno. Does get it. Here they've killed Valkyrie. MN3's got in while they're chasing this Reaper. Now Zest. TP Blossom coming in. Rally out. Bashes for Copy Blossom. Can Zest get out of this one now? They're going to Ray out of a choke. Kivis is coming back. I didn't see where the Ray was. Kapir Cat have been forced. Did it jam? I didn't see what happened. Kapir Cat now forcing their way out. Forced to try and stabilize here. And Hayjuk Dan, they get the hold. They concede 2 ticks. And now they can reset up this hold. Great retake there. They were spending so much time trying to kill Zest, but Zest had the copy. He plays his life really well, gets that Blossom. Meanwhile, MN3, he just snakes his way back in. Gets the kill when they're all paying attention to the Echo. Now Becky's going to try and come through, but it's a cage on the drop from Mag. He's got most of them in it, and they're going to be demolished here by the Echo. No escape. Mag with the finger guns to finish it. Becky's not behind as well. Becky's in front of him, so no threat behind this time for Hayjuk Dan to worry about. 1 minute left on the clock. One more attempt for Kapir Cat. But now they have the grab. They have the Blossom. They have the Pulse. All the combos they need. They have to worry about this MN3 Blossom. Pulse is a miss from Becky as well. Going for the Echo there, but Zest up in the skies. TP onto it. Will clear the Echo out here. Aprita will have to Wraith. Opener's getting really close, and oh, Billidan just dies before the grab. And Preacher goes for the Blossom. It's a disaster. An absolute disaster. Billidan still has the grab here, but they are low on time. And now it is maybe looking like a Haejuk Dan world. All on this grab. But DPS ults from Haejuk Dan could copy the Zarya, give him some bubbles of their own. Blossom to take attention away. Not a straightforward one for Kapir Cat at all. Trying to clear them out. They need to get the touch soon. Presumably Becky's getting that touch. There we go. Opener's trying to clear Becky out, so they need help with the touch soon. And Billidan's low. He has to throw the grab out just to live. Copy comes through, but they kill one DPS. Can they burn the Copy now? Billidan is still so low. Both tanks walking on him. He gets in the Ray, though. He gets in the Ray. Skewed is going to Ray back. Is it enough? Mag is so low. Mag gets obliterated. Copy grab from Zest. They're all stuck in it. Here comes the Ray. Skewed gets all the kills in the Ray. Becky's wide with the pulse bomb. Skewed is still low. Will kill Skewed. Now a one-on-one. Zest versus Becky. Beam is out though. MN3 is back. Zest seals the one-on-one. Completes the full hold. And there was a way. There was a way for a second. Billidan was just somehow kept alive for so long. They nearly get the kills with the grab, but again, it's actually Zest. It's both of Zest copies there. End up being really fight winning. Really fight winning. And now 89.4%. It's something, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Choices now. Looks like they're going to start with the Sigma Kapir Cat. Feeling they've not... This hasn't worked for them. The Zmaga didn't work on the first map. The Zarya didn't work here on the attack. Sigma is the next choice. So the general theory here is very similar to Dallas. Where if Mag tries to make an aggressive move, you will try and shield off his backline. You will try and then just rock the Malga after his slam. So we saw this be actually quite successful in one of the earlier games, but if you play it right as the Malga comp, you should still have advantage here. You want your Malga to go in, and when your Malga goes in, your Reaper can TP with the Malga, but what you can have is Zest can also just walk all over this Sigma as Echo. Echo matches up really nicely into Sigma. Zest's gonna go Sombra though, actually. Maybe he changes his mind once they see the comp, once he sees the Sigma. Obviously, Sombra is still really annoying for a Sigma to deal with as well. Instead here, they might just go all in for backline kills. Have Mag try and run past the Sigma. Have MN3 TP in. Have Zest try and set it behind. MN3 is already on the flank. He's already TP to this angle. Trying to pepper and harass Becky. Put a few bullet holes in that wall as well. Just to let everyone know he's been there. Zest has now made his way behind. He's going to start with a point force here, actually. And Kapir Cat going to drop aggressively. They just kill Skewed, honestly. Zest is forcing a Cat, though. They really can't afford to give a tick here. Giving a tick will be brutal, but TP back in time from Acrissa seals that one. Needs to be careful not to get lost in the mess here, because Mag has now made his way behind as well. An awkward situation to deal with here for Haejuk Dan as they've got... For Kapir Cat, rather. And, oh, Becky's going to run in, but Zest was camping it. Thought it was a 1v1, but it was a 2v1. Now Becky falls. TP above for MN3 now. Billidan is trying to hold it, but he's hacked out. Will pop the Matrix now, but they're just getting harassed from all sides. They're just on all corners of the map. Kapir Cat, they're overwhelmed. They're going to try and live in this corner, but they're going to save Opener. They tried to put Opener in a locker. But his friends are there to get him out of it. And that'll be second tick going through soon. They have to go for this one. Becky, 90% to copy. Really needs to get it. Don't know if he can even get the touch. No, just body blocked out the door. And just like that, it's over. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it is reverse sweep time. If they can find a way. But that map was anything but close. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. It's like, I feel like this, when we saw the Sig be quite effective, but it's like, if you're bad at the Malga comp, the Sig will farm you. If you're good at it, the reverse will probably be true. I think the Echo's like an important, or the Echo or Sombra, or some way to punish the Sigma, right? A very important part of it. But they had that there, Hajuk Dan. And honestly, I don't know. I think maybe just go back to the Malga Mirror. That one actually felt the closest on like that shrine, you know? Yeah, I agree, Homer. Yeah, I think Team CC had only just swapped over to the Malga comp. So it kind of caught them off guard. I don't think so, though. I don't think so, Nico. Why am I always eating? It's lunchtime. It's a burrito. I had some of it before, some of it after. I got distracted for a long time by the Chinese slop, you know. What's the plan for tomorrow? So, Alpha's going to pick me up and drive me to the airport. Then we'll do some flying. We'll get, like, the train and the bus, some combination. Stansted. And then we'll get the plane. We'll get the train and the bus down to our Airbnb. And then we'll go find somewhere to eat dinner. We'll meet up with you and Juby and figure it out. Probably like 7-ish. What time? Yeah, I have to leave until the morning. So probably be like 7, 8 a.m. my time. When Alpha picks me up. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a pain. You're also going to Stockholm tomorrow morning, are you, Dirt? Where are you going from? Morning, Kip. How you doing? From Bergen. I'm not sure when that is. Clark doesn't like it, though. Oh, Norway? Okay. Oh, me too, Kit. We're probably on the same flight, Kit. I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Yeah, mine's like 12:40 or something. And this is the Aurora Cup, Psyche. It's just a Chinese tournament. Mostly Chinese teams, couple of Korean teams like Hajuk Dan that we're seeing now. Not a huge prize pool or anything, but some decent teams playing and a bit of a look at some of the comps we might see in Stockholm. Yeah, all right. See you tomorrow, Kit. Might have to break the fourth wall. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's going to happen to me a lot at LAN, where a lot of people are going to recognize me. But all I'm going to know, the only detail about them I'll know, is their Twitch username, which presumably they won't be wearing on their shirt. Oh. Yeah, you know, so Chris and Max were talking in the group chat this morning. And then they realised they were in the airport at the same time and probably on the same plane. So I think SSG and Nightmare Boys on the same plane today. Yeah, if everyone could get their Twitch name printed on their shirt so I know who I'm talking to. You just played a block of Malga and I don't see why people are complaining about it. You're the Echo player? Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a bit earlier on stream, but I don't get the Malga hate. It's like, it's just Overwatch, you know? There we go. Dirt Master will be identifiable at least then. Can we print someone else's name on our shirts? It depends, Tom. Have you got nefarious intentions? You gonna print someone else's name in chat and then try and leave a bad impression? You're hijacking the flight? I'm calling your bluff on that one, Kit. I'd love it if you flew us to Stockholm. I'm excited to meet at least 100 people with a Favai t-shirt then in Stockholm. But will the real Favai please stand up? Yeah, MN3 on this team. Can I also just say, why are we on Junkertown? I mean, Kapir Cat seems to be rolling the dice. Trying to play alternate comps here. And we're going to go to Junkertown, which is in theory, for the type of matchup they want to play in this Sigma, it's better for it. It's better for it. But they've also inadvertently invited MN3 to maybe Widow if he wants to as well. And MN3 doesn't need to be asked twice, does he? Body shot only, though. Grapple to follow it up. Another body shot. When MN3 figures out the headshots do more damage, Kapir Cat are in big trouble. Up to the first corner already. Zest taking a bit of an angle on his left-hand side, marked by the Echo. Oh, caught though, but MN3 trades it. 1 for 1. Couple of dinks onto the Sigma as they try and take a bit of space here. Kapir Cat don't want to concede any ground, but look at MN3's flank here. Do they know? They don't know. They know now. Becky will look for the trade. Becky does get the trade, but without the Juno, that's the main source of healing gone. Billadeng is going to need so much help on the pocket here. And you can see Hajuk Dan, they just continue to bully their way through. Aprita is now onto the Tracer as well to try and take care of that Widow. For now, though, they've got to deal with these other threats from Hajuk Dan. MN3 will be coming back with walls too. He's about to have an angle on everyone. They need to be careful not to peek. Billadeng's shield will keep him safe for now. But MN3 is free. He's roaming. You see Aprita top right, looking for a timing. But now the Ray push comes through. Kivi's was picked, remember? So that Ray's a little bit slower. He's going to Ray back now. Lengths coming out. He's trying to mark the Tracer. The copy stomp lands from Becky. Becky, the best Malga in the server, apparently. Hits the stomp, kills Mag. They win that Ray trade. Kivi's back just in time. They try and find the Sombra towards the end of the fight, but Zest is long gone. And they get the hold. Trying to spawn camp a little bit here, Zest, but Lengster is past him. And they win that Ray trade, but now Hajuk Dan, they have the EMP and they have the cage. 2 ults that can make Billading's flux very, very hard. Becky's actually lurking for a flank here. The kill sticks onto the brig. Can't find any more. Flux will come through. Catches Opener. EMP to cancel it though, so Opener will live and Billading has dropped down in a serious amount of peril. Gets killed very quickly. And now Hajuk Dan, tank advantage, walking forward. They have the rally, have the cage if they need it, but they won't be needing any of them. EMP cancels out the Flux. And now does Billading swap? Does he shift it over? Shifting it over to the Mauga here. Might mean we see MN3 swap to the Reaper too. Maybe the same for a Pritter. Neither of them making that change now though. Holding up top. You can see Mag is holding top right. Remember Mag has that cage as well, so a great chance to catch him early. Zest trying to bait someone to maybe push him here because he's got a Venom Mine to play with. And Zest is just going to walk around and kill the Tracer. Easy for Zest. And this payload is going to keep moving. Kapir Cat. Trying to maintain their position on the high ground, but they can't really drop and fight until their 5th player's back. Becky's trying to lurk around onto this Widow while all this happens, but you can see he took some damage. They know he's there. And MN3 going to drop the wall, so Becky's life is going to be really hard closing this distance. Now, really hard. MN3 knows exactly where he is. Now the cage dropped on point in this Malcolm Mirror Mag. Unlimited ammo, just going to be trying to pour it into Billarding. Billarding trying to live as best he can. We'll be able to stomp on point here. Lexus actually has found a trade onto the Widow, but the damage just permanent, essentially. They can't top him back up, and that's going to be a quick 2nd point here for Hajuk Dan. EMP nearly charged for Zest again. And layer this one into the double support ult fight. That's coming up. But then EMP into Ray isn't all that good. You're going to drop it before it though. No support ults on the side and they get the kills before no support ults can come out. Now chasing the Juno down. MN3 will finish that one for him. Oh, bless me. Cold getting the better of me. Aprita wants to escape, but Zest has had his number. Oh, it's Becky actually. They've swapped it around. Thank you, chat. And now, support ult still rolling over for both teams here, but Billarding has a significant cage advantage. The Widow going to be relatively useless, really, when this cage goes off. No, I'm not sick. I'm just cold. I meant cold as in temperature, you know? Cold as in temperature. Aprita's going to kill this Widow straight away as the cage Ray comes out. They try to Ray and rally back here, but the cage just so powerful in this trade. They're going to overwhelm them. Aprita will get it all. That's what Patient Zero would say. Nope. I don't think I'm ill. I just have like a cold from it being cold outside, like or a sneeze from it. Wait, are you on the same one as well, Space Jazz? Fuck me. Is anyone in chat not on the plane tomorrow with me? Alright. Next fight, Mag has cage now to keep this push going. Becky's going to get this pulse bomb kill. They're trading people, though. It's a bit of a dogfight here. Really messy start to this, and no ults invested, which is going to favour Capia Cap massively, because Hajuk Dan, they had this EMP, they had this cage. They didn't try and get this, didn't try and get a chance to use them. They still have them for this next fight. Now Aprita will have a Blossom. Again, Capia Cap, they want to take a fight on point here. They want to make sure they get 2 fights here. They might have to accept that they're going to lose this fight. Just try and make it messy with the Blossom. Eyes on Aprita here, looking for the trade. EMP round, but oh, good timing on the stomp. Billarding gets out, but Aprita drops in. One makes the outplay. One makes the bad play. Does manage to get a trade on opener though, but Scudy's just beaming Becky. No pocket for Becky. Now they're on the back foot. Mag still has this cage. Billarding's going to have to concede more space. They're coming back so close to double support on, but can Billarding survive? No! Dies before any of it. Blossom to try and turn it, but Aprita is too late to the party. And they have the ults coming up to Kabir Cat, but they're not going to get to any of them. Becky's going to have to use that recall now. Need another touch. Becky goes for one more. He's got every pack in the world, but Blossom on the point from MN3. Langston will go on it. Gets for Rally. Can stop for a little bit more. Billarding's nearly back. Full. Here comes the Ray from Kivvies. He's going to die as he uses it. No, I think it was a Rage Axe, actually. I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't look like there was another Ray on the field. So close to those ults to hold on in the end, Kapir Cat, but couldn't quite get close to him. Very good job by Hajuk Dan by keeping the pressure up. Making sure they can never reset fully, never get that 5v5, never get to that powerful bank of ultimates. When is my plane? It's at 12:40 from Stansted. 12:40 from Stansted. So if you're on that one, you might see me. Bombing that plane real quick? Fuck. Yes, Space Jazz, Ryanair, yeah. Can I cast for finals from the plane? Probably not. Probably really hard. Yeah, Yumi and Kit Space Jazz. Fuck. Yeah, Ryanair. It was only £50. £50 return, San. How could I say no? And your friend Gedemph. We have a right old party on it. Yeah, 50 quid. Yeah. Exactly. This will be the last stream ever. I mean, if there's a problem with the plane, then yeah. MN3's going to kick this one off with an early headshot onto the Juno. So, won't really change all that much. The player's going to keep rolling anyway. They do drop a little bit earlier than you normally would here, Hajiktan, trying to take advantage of that player pick. Grapple shot comes in. Becky now on the Genji as well. Shields up, keeps Lengths safe, but Lidding's taking a big chunk of damage around here. Mag will back it up now to this final corner. And then Free can get a few more opportunities here. Looking for something. Only got feet to shoot right now, though. We'll keep shooting those feet, though. Headshot onto Billeting. Big chunk of damage. Now the triple blink comes in. Here comes Becky. No fear, but MN3 can surely get pocketed through this. Yeah, opener with him. Sombra now on the off angle here. Billeting is running into a wall. They're going to try and swing the corner, but they can't deal with these big angles by the DPS. Zest is just behind them. MN3 on the opposite side. They run and kill skewed. But what can they possibly do about MN3? They'll set him on fire, and that's a start. But now Zest is still behind, helping him focus down the Mauga. Headshot in there as well, just laying down the damage. Forces Billeting back and out of that one. All this damage does mean that Kivis has actually got a slightly quicker ray out of all of this as well. Zest has EMP, but we've seen this trade before. Doesn't always work, but Becky... Oh, MN3 was ready for it. 2 minutes left on the clock. Hajuk Dan in pole position. Kapir Cat, it's Sombra time for Becky now. They need to do something about this MN3 Widow. Oh my god, he saw him coming. Unclose Becky as well. Only a body shot, fortunately, for Becky, though. They know he's behind, and MN3's going to rotate away now. Ult trade available 1 point. EMP's going to be used, actually. It's a 4-man EMP, but wherever kills. Becky's now in, but Opener's with him. Becky's not going to get out of that one as the ray trade comes in. They're trying to focus skewed, but Torpedo's finished the job. Cage has been used, but Mag is just in a cage with his demons. No one in this cage. Billeting now walking, grouping onto this backline here. Rally comes out from Opener. Lex is still going. Lex are on Copper Bash, but Lex has still got it going. Looking for that turn. Opener comes in for the bash. Wants to finish it off, but a stomp avoided by Lengtser. Lengtser avoids all the damage, but they haven't been able to avoid MN3. He's still up there, causing the problems. And they can't close out the fight off the back of that. They're going to be forced back one more time. MN3 kills Becky, and MN3 has been untouched. Now walking forward, looking for another pick. We're into the final minute. Aprita's not going to get out of this one. One more shot. They have a Blossom, but it's going to be into an EMP, into a Walls. And maybe worst of all, it's going to be into MN3's Widow. Trying to get behind. They hear him go, though. They find him, but they can't kill him. So Becky is behind, getting close to EMP. They're still hunting him down, actually. Onto the Mega. They're still chasing him here. Becky's in a lot of trouble. MN3's taking the Juno out as well. Mauga is on him right now. But MN3, he's got the full pocket. He doesn't care. Wraith is going to have to be used by Cross by Aprita. He has the Blossom, but they're on the back foot. Here comes Mag. Stomp onto Billeting. He'll finish that one off. And they're just absolutely fine. They're about to have this EMP timing, but they are low on time. They're going to have to rush this touch. Zest has EMP as they come in. Mag's going to have Cage as they come in. And this is looking brutal. Zest setting up for what could be his final EMP. Hayjuk Dan, they want to book that date with once again. They want another shot at him in the grand finals. EMP on Billeding only as he comes in. One-man EMP. They're trying to focus for kills. Becky's nearly got his own EMP here. Cage out from Mag. Becky's going to have the EMP to cancel it, but dies. MN3 takes Becky's head off before the EMP comes out to cancel this Cage. And now Opener is just swinging. The Ray is there from Skewed. Every single time MN3 finds the pick. The EMP was there. It felt like it was going to be there in time to cancel for Cage. Maybe turn that fight and give him a lifeline. But MN3 takes the Sombra out of it. And that'll be a 3-0 sweep from Hayjuk Dan. Damn. No chill at all. Hayjuk Dan keen to get themselves that rematch with once again booked as soon as possible. Any good games to watch today? The best one was probably the first one between Hayjuk Dan and once again. I was like the closest or the most competitive, but none of them have been that much today. And all right, let me cash out those Preds. All right. All right, and that'll do us. A quick day in the end, right? Yeah, good night, Nez. Went from 9.5 to 30k. He should be happy with that. Yeah, free Overwatch today, unfortunately. So, yeah. All right. Third place, then secured for Kappa Cat. It's probably still a reasonable result for him. You know. Lots of the players I'm less familiar with, outside of maybe Becky and obviously Lexer. But secure third place. Finish ahead of Team CC. Finish ahead of Ray Momo. I think you can be relatively pleased with that if you're Kappa Cat, big picture. Where are we here? Which obviously sets us up for this rematch grand final. But that is tomorrow morning. Have I seen this? What is it? The floor plan? Let's have a goose. Whoa, where am I going? Okay. How does this... Alright, so where are we? Far right. Oh, is this us? 64. Where are the numbers? Oh, here we go. 64 Overwatch. Oh, so we're here. Yeah, that's pretty good actually, no? Yeah, it's like the main, I guess we're the main attraction. Oh, VIP areas, shit. Lego next to the Overwatch? Fuck. We know where to find Trash Panda then. I don't know where I'm going to be. Oh, wait, 63. I think I'm here then. This says creator stage, right? Maybe I'll be here on Saturday and Sunday then. Near this giant pot of treasure. Yeah, Friday I'll just be in the crowd. Maybe I'll try and wangle my way into the VIP area. Instead of sitting with you, Riff Raff. Well, I want your signature. I'll get Juby and Trash Panda. They can sign my signature for me, set up a little booth, sell it for a tenner. No problem. It's good that there's so many threats of violence before we all meet each other in real life. That's it's a good omen, I think. What's this one, Polito? Oh, okay. Oh, and there's other halls and stuff. I see. What hall does it say? It just says this is like the louder area. Oh, perfect timing then, Trash Panda. Yeah, what is it? This maybe looks like the B hall then, maybe? Maybe it's the B hall. Yeah, that sounds fine, Kit. That sounds fine. No, we're in A hall. Oh, okay. It looks like B. Yeah, I thought it looked more like B. Does it say somewhere on here? Main entrance. Find your way to play. It doesn't really matter if it's A or B hall. Figure it out. Look, east entrance. West entrance, east entrance. Oh, because there's like this thing here. East entrance. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see here. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be pretty big, right? Like, what was the capacity at Dallas was like 10,000, but that was for the whole event. I don't know what the capacity is here or what, like, how many tickets we're allowed to sell. No, I'm at an Airbnb. So we'll just sort of, I think there's like a train down, so we'll make our way down in the train to like Stockholm City Centre, then there's a bus to where our Airbnb is. That shouldn't be too hard to figure out. All right. Saying all that, though. Should probably get ready, huh? Should probably go get ready. No way. His XUC's not coming, surely. Yeah, I need to go get everything ready. Yeah. It was like a nice distraction. We were watching the Chinese Overwatch and we are just like enjoying Aurora Cup, and then it was like, I am leaving like really early tomorrow morning, so I actually should sort it out today, right? Should sort it out today. All right then. You haven't packed yet? No. I've done like my washing and stuff, and that's been my priority. Make sure the washing's done so everything's dry, and then just need to figure out. I got to do interview with Kellex later, boiler engineers coming, and in between all those, I'll sort out packing and everything. Yeah, I've heard that public transport should actually be pretty decent. Taking C9 shirts, yeah. But which C9 shirt, San? It's not like I've only got a few. I've got like loads to pick from. When are you posting the next interview, roughly? Probably quite soon. Probably like within the hour, I'd say. And then one later tonight as well. All day, one best of three? What does he mean? Am I doing all the teams? Well, I was planning to, but I missed out on Twisted Minds. I say I missed out on Twisted Minds. It's Quartz's fault. We can all blame Quartz for this. I'm pretty comfortable leaving this one at Quartz's doorstep. Because we arranged a time and then he just fucking forgot. And then when he messaged me and said he was still also free, I was doing another interview and then he went to the airport. So, so it can happen. Everyone, all the other teams sorted though. Oh, you mean for Stockholm? Yeah, just for first 4 matches. So like these 4 games here. And these 4 games here will be first to 2. But then everything else will be first to 3. Yeah, including the Korean teams, yeah. Have I made a bracket? Not a full bracket, no. I did my power rankings. The TLDR is it's probably going to be a All Korean final, I reckon. It'll be Crazy Raccoon to win it. Moon and Junkbuck. Moon and Junkbuck. So yeah, pretty happy with those. Yeah, not today, Space Jazz. Yeah, the grand final is tomorrow, but I'm going to be traveling, so I will miss it, unfortunately. Where's the team from China? No Chinese team at the Stockholm Major, so just these 4 buggers right here. All right. Before I just get suckered into waffling for forever, let's end it. Let's end it. Let's find someone to raid. Is anyone even streaming today? Anyone even streaming today, or is everyone flying? Kai Sennett streaming. That's good to see. Maybe Slay. Slay? Oh, Gala raided me the other day. Gala or Slay? What's for Phil? Not raiding Kai Sennett. Not raiding Kai. Thanks, Miles. Yeah, Gala raided me the other day. I'll send you back to Gala, alright? Alright, thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll upload this VOD to YouTube as well before I go. If you missed any of it or you want to go back and watch any of it. Interviews will be coming out as well later today. And then, yeah, I'll see you for Stockholm. Now, we'll be streaming from Stockholm on Saturday and Sunday. Not Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, yeah. All right, so I'll see you all then. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm sure I'll see a lot of you in real life soon. Some of you on the bloody plane.